Thanks for coming back, dude.
Anytime, it's a pleasure to be. I've been looking forward to this since like the last time I was on. And
You're
when was that again? Like,
It was about 9 months ago. I looked.
time flies.
October last year.
Time fucking flies, man.
It does.
It's scary.
I think you're the equivalent of the house band.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
Which
like
is a good thing.
Letterman? You're like David Letterman, and I'm like the band, like there all the time. Or like,
Come in every once in a while. Oh, you've got some stuff going on.
I got loads of stuff. I got
Um,
far too much going on, really.
But also, you're very. A lot of your posts online are very. I mean, you put the usual stuff that you're up to, but occasionally, every once in a while, you put like a thoughtful post or a reflective
I
post.
try
about
to.
the-
I don't
yeah.
do it as much as I used to, but I try.
But you
to.
know, like stopping and like appreciating what you've got, or
yeah,
thinking about things, or asking questions,
absolutely.
rather than just a constant stream of here's what I'm doing this, doing that, which is all cool. But I don't think enough people do that, where they like stop and sort of appreciate what they've got. Like I was thinking today, this month I've been in Cumbria for 20 years,
Wow.
coming from Newcastle, city
Right.
boy.
I always forget this. You're from Newcastle.
Yeah,
Weren't you,
the
man?
accent's it's gone.
Man.
But it just today I was just like, I would not want to go back to the city.
No.
I couldn't move away from this.
It's hectic, man. Like I
just
lived there for like,
Driving down a beautiful road by the lake, and I was just thinking, why would you want to live anywhere else?
It's a
but here?
concrete jungle over there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like to go there. I like to visit things. I like to go to gigs. I like to go shopping, stay in hotels, all that stuff. But then I love coming home.
It's nice to withdraw from it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more stressful life living in a city. It's more faster,
isn't it? Yeah.
and you're going to be on your toes. And
Like even like just if you had a normal office job, like just commuting to work, just getting on the public transport, getting to town, make sure you stop and do this, then go to work. The whole thing is just
I mean, I did the public transport there. And
because you moved over there for a while, didn't you?
yeah, I was there for about a year.
Yeah, yeah.
I was there for about a year, and then I thought I was going to go bald, so I thought I better leave.
Oh, the stress.
Yeah, man. It was just fucking, I did the same route.
into Kerry King, not on the top, all down here.
Yeah, Scott Ian or some shit, or John Bush from Anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's so it just didn't work out.
It was just a combination of things, really. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like the band I was in at the time, Hellion Rising.
Oh, yeah,
That just fizzled out for a number of reasons and stuff like that. And then Rachel wanted to like come home. You know, she was.
And you didn't have any problem with that.
I didn't mind. I put up such a resistance for a long time, and then I just thought it's just not worth it anymore. You know, like putting up the fight. So I was like, I'm just gonna go.
But then
with
you
it.
get here, you go, yeah, this is.
Yeah, I settled in straight away.
It's like if
If
I ever talk to anyone who comes up from like London or somewhere, like they appreciate it so much, like the whole different way of life. Like, oh look, sheep.
Do you not find that there's more like people from the south moving up here? 'Cause,
Yeah.
loads, man. Like,
Especially retiring people.
yeah,
It's like one of the number one places to retire to.
they want out of the machine. They want out of that grind.
Some
you
young
know?
people as well. So I've met some young people who've just, I'm not doing this anymore. I just cut all their ties, and
Yeah.
even though like there could be quite a high powered job, and the job they're going to get up here, there's less opportunities. They'll get something, but it won't be what they were on. But they don't care.
It's not worth
Plus,
it working all
plus
the
the
time.
cost of living's a lot less here than it is down there.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't need to be paid what they were getting paid if they come up here.
London's like that though. Like when I go to London, I often visit on my own. Do you know what I mean? And if you just talk to someone, say if like for example, there's a woman at an ice cream stand, and you know, people just being a fucking arsehole. They only saying, "Please, thank you." I got talking to this woman, like, "How's your day?" She was like, "What the fuck is up with you?" Like you're actually conversating. You know what I mean?
They're not used to it. They're not used to it.
Suspicious. Man.
The whole awkwardness on a
you
tube.
could win them round.
You know, when like no one looks at you only in the eye, or
I'm like-
I mean, they've got the whole stigma with the terrorism stuff, but
Yeah.
it's not a very friendly atmosphere, is
I
it?
feel sketchy on that tube though when I go on. I've always got like my vest on in case I need like a John McClane situation, you know what I mean? Just run around barefoot and try and tackle some terrorists.
Or do you think, maybe they would all like me more if I shaved?
Yeah. I always get stopped in airports. Every time I get jacked, man.
Wow.
It doesn't help.
Random,
you know,
random search.
yeah, like tapping on your shoes and stuff. It doesn't help that, you know, they got the metal scanners.
Yeah.
I was saying to Rachel, like, walk through and say, "Hey, look, they got the bomb scanners here." And they look at you, the bomb, you know, you're taken to one side straight away.
You said the B word, in you go, son.
check you out.
But
But I haven't flown since like Berlin, but I hate flying. I white knuckle it all the way. I'm like the whole fucking way, man. I need some like
not good on long flights then. You need the sleeping pills.
Ritalin or something. Or
Yeah.
just something to just chill
I love
out.
flying. I love flying.
You like flying?
Do you like flying?
Yeah.
I love long haul flights. Even like watch a couple of films, listen to some podcasts, listen to some music. I look forward to it. For me, it's part of the holiday.
It's terrifying.
You're like, get me off this plane.
This is what I don't like about flying, right? If that thing comes down, you have no chance of getting off that. I like that slight gamble. If a train crashes, maybe 100 people are going to get minced, but you might get out of that. And I'm a gambling man, do you know what I mean? So I love them chances. Shoot, I might lose an arm, I might have no legs, but I'm getting out of it, man. Do you know what I mean?
You can't think like that. You never do
That's
anything.
Just me. I do. I get
at least you do it though, I suppose. At least it doesn't actually stop you doing it.
I do it. I just weigh it up and go,
You're like, going on like a lad's holiday. Lads, I'll drive. I'll set off 2 days before.
Meet you there.
That's like Dennis Bergkamp, Arsenal footballer.
Yeah, he used to do that, didn't
when
he?
they played like, on the European games, he used to get transport, like driven in a bus or a taxi or something like that.
Mush.
Really?
He'd set off a day and a half before the flight.
Yeah.
Because he didn't like flying.
He was terrified of flying.
He must have
my
been
days.
knackered.
It's
all
a legit
the time.
fear. I can understand why people,
Yeah.
especially like the last 2 times I've been on a plane, like the couple of days before, there's been some airplane disaster film on. Lovely, just what I want to watch. Not that I'm really scared about
Rach
flying,
was
but
going away somewhere with her friends, and I literally turned the TV on. It was like, shh, it's jumbo jet in the runway. I was like, oh man, cheesy as well. So it's like quickly changed the channel, like Corey or some shit, which was on.
no, but like I was saying, what I like about you is you do lots of stuff, especially now. But
Yeah.
you like to sort of stop sometimes and just go, I appreciate what I have.
Yeah.
I appreciate what's going on,
You got it, man.
good or bad.
Because our tomorrows aren't guaranteed.
No.
So I think you got to try and live in the moment, and you got to appreciate the finer things in life. You know what I mean? If you're constantly wanting stuff and you're not appreciating the moment, it's depressive, man. You know what I mean?
Or if you're constantly doing stuff, you don't have time. Like I say, or people
Yeah.
living in London, that pace of life doesn't give you much time to like stop.
Burns you out.
Because of people,
burn.
especially those higher powered jobs, it's all about like the career, the reputation, money, earnings. It's very.
It ain't worth it. What's the
It's
point?
not good. It's not good mentally for you. that,
No.
right? It chews and spits out a lot of people.
Absolutely
and
not.
Usually the company or the industry doesn't give a shit about you.
No,
You're just a
number.
pawn.
You're just a number.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these
Yeah.
big companies and stuff.
So what made you start this health kick thing that you're on?
In like October last year.
So it was literally just after you'd been on, I think.
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
right.
just before.
It was right after. It was a culmination of things, really. I had a lot of, I know it's cliche to say, but a lot of bad things going on in my life at the time. Like my nana had just passed. Had some issues with the house, where I was living and stuff like that, and I was having trouble getting traction with the band, we hadn't done gigs, and I was just, I'm just gonna be honest, I was flat out depressed. You know what I mean? I did the least I'd ever weighed. I was under 11 stone. I was smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Nah, it was really bad. I like my Marlboro Lights. You know what I mean? And I
had no idea.
I got thinking. I'd sparked up at work. And it was just like, this is getting out of hand now. You know what I mean? When you're
just
smoking.
Like just hit you.
Yeah, I was like, it's just out of hand. You know what I mean? And I didn't have like a mental breakdown or anything like that, but I had a moment where I was sitting on my brother's weight bench and I was listening to some Tupac, Machiavelli.
Yeah.
And there's the line in Changes where he says, I see no changes. Wake up in the morning, do I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself?
Wow.
And that was where I felt at that moment in my life. It felt like I only had two options. I felt like it's like one way where you end it, which I don't really want to do, or I try and do something about it.
Yeah.
And, my brother's a power lifter. He lifts a lot of weights. And I just picked up a dumbbell and I just worked my arms till I couldn't feel them anymore, you know what I mean? And that was the first kind of step into like positivity. Do you know what I mean? I just did that, and then I had like all of my diet and stuff. I stopped smoking, like from that moment. Just
just on its head. Just decided to
completely
this
jacked.
is over now.
Completely jacked. Yeah.
Wow.
It was difficult. I will say though, it was strange. It was like the first 3 days. It was like I'm like crawling on the walls, like fucking Peter Parker or some shit.
Yeah.
And then after that, it became a lot easier.
Right.
A lot easier, because I smoked as a mechanism of just chilling out if I got
Almost like
stressed.
escapism, kind of an escapism.
Boredom?
Just from the routine.
Boredom, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just worked on a lot of that. I just worked on my whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just wanted to feel better in everyday situations. You know what I mean?
Mm. So then, what made you decide to count the days then, or what?
Just to keep going.
How
It was
have you
just-
got an end? Is there an end to it?
Probably a year, and then I'm gonna have a bottle of Coca-Cola because I love full fat Coke, and I haven't had Coke since. I haven't had ice cream. I haven't had
How many days are you on now?
around 290 or something.
Wow.
I haven't had any refined sugar in any of that time.
Because I see you post pictures like obviously working out or
Mhm.
healthy
I
food
eat
that you've been eating.
I eat like
Yeah,
like fructose sugar, like natural currant
Yeah,
sugars
yeah.
and stuff. But I could happily eat 3
So
bags of Haribo and shit.
So what's the main difference in you now from versus before? Just when you
I
started,
feel like a new person.
right?
I feel
Like cognitive
rebuilt.
function and all that. Like
Yeah.
your brain as well.
Yeah, because I had a lot of memory issues with all the head banging and stuff, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I had a lot of neck problems and stuff.
But when you combine that with poor diet and everything,
Terrible.
Mm.
I couldn't really, like, my long-term memory's always been pretty sharp, but my short-term, it got pretty bad. Like, if someone had asked me, like, what had you done the day before, I'd be like, I don't know. What did you do? You know what I mean? Try and avoid it.
as if something like an 80-year-old man would say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was worried I had CTE, really.
Right.
The beginning of CTE dementia or something. 'cause
You do a lot of head banging.
Yeah, I mean, I had to...
Cliff Burton style.
Yeah, man.
Crashing all around.
I had to modify the way to do it because I was
The-
going
the-
to have a
yeah,
wheel.
I remember there is a sort of like trick to it. It's like the flick of the hair where we don't actually move your neck fully in the full motion. You can make it look
Yeah.
like you're headbanging if you've got the hair.
Yeah, man.
Which you do.
Less of it. It's not as thick as it was, but I was going to headbang myself into a wheelchair at one
Yeah,
rate.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get all the neck and the shoulder shit. And you probably
Yeah.
need some operation eventually.
Probably. I mean, you never know. Get rid of some spurs, but I mean, for now, I get relatively no issues. I do all my exercises and stuff like that, like working out, and that's been a big help.
So have you changed weight wise? Or you pretty
Yeah,
much the same?
I'm almost 2 stone heavier now.
But that's in good weight, like muscle.
Good muscle
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know,
That's-
like I forget about it until I'm moving around. You know,
Or
if
you see a picture from last
yeah,
year.
I was like, was it really that skinny? It's
Yeah, it's
funny though,
weird.
because I see a picture of myself. I look at the camera now. I've looked at. I feel fat in the face. I feel like John Candy or some shit. You know
It's just
what
the
I mean?
hair, surely.
Nah, loads of people have said it, man. Like they're like, your face is like wider now. It's like,
Wider face.
it's like, and I'm looking this, and I look morbidly obese when I look at it. You know what I mean? It's like
I wouldn't go that far. But
John Candy over here.
it's
man.
weird because most people when they start some kind of health kick lose weight.
I've been gaining. I wanted to gain weight. I heard it was Hulk Hogan. He was talking about the '80s wrestler physique. He was like, "You know what, brother? It's about the big arms and the barrel." And I thought,
barrel.
I'm never ever gonna get the 6-pack. I don't have the genetics for that kind of thing. Like Alex doesn't either, because Alex said it to me, man. It's like, we don't have the genetics to do that kind of thing, but you're gonna be able to pile on mass. So I thought, okay, I can maybe do like an Arn Anderson physique eventually, where you're just 16 stone and like a big fucking barrel. You
Well,
know
look at
what
Brock Lesnar. He's never had the traditional proper six pack.
I mean? No,
It's just general muscle that you can see, but
He's
it's not. I don't think you could get a six pack if you wanted to.
No,
It's just too
He
much
just
mass there.
Takes just them kind of genetics
Yeah.
of putting sheer mass on.
'Cause
You know.
your brother's a big lad.
20 stone, no.
What is that in pounds? Because a lot of our audience is American.
280.
I don't know.
280 pounds.
He's insane though.
That's like
he's-
Brock Lesnar.
People hate him in the gym. 'Cause he goes in, right? First of all, he walks around barefoot, man. He doesn't wear any shoes. So he's there lifting his weights. And he's the only guy in the gym who will order takeaway at the gym. So, like, he's there. He knows the guys at Pizza Bravo.
I choked on my drink.
They walk in, some big old fat pizzas and some doner kebabs, man. And Alex is there, no shit, eating kebabs.
Is it just because he needs the protein and the carbs
He just wants
and
to
the
be,
calories?
He just wants to be big, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I do envy that aspect of it. Being able to
Yeah.
just eat that stuff because you're burning so many calories and you need more.
Infuriates people though. Like just pisses. They're trying
Gym
to
wars.
lose weight and they're trying to eat healthy. And
Did he see? You didn't see that comment that I put on your photo, did he?
which one was that?
You put a picture of you out to lunch with him or something last week,
Oh, I went to John's place and
and
casually-
I put he's looking more and more like True Geordie. Do you know who True Geordie is?
Fill me in.
It's a pretty famous podcast now, but the guy who presents it, he's a Geordie and he's huge.
Really?
I can't remember his real name. It's just called the True Geordie podcast.
It looks
but
like
it started off like this, but because of the way he is, he's very opinionated. I think he became famous because he had a huge rant about Newcastle United.
Really? I do on Twitter or something.
The player, it was a few years ago now. The player Niall Ranger. He did something disrespectful to the club, I can't remember, and he went on YouTube and put this video, this huge rant about him and the club, and it went viral.
Wow.
And it was just the way he was talking. He'd also just started a podcast, and that got a lot of attention. And then,
awesome, man.
Then most of his initial podcasts were just him. And him and his mate just talking. And now he's had Ian Wright on. He's had loads of
big stars,
guests, and he's based over it. I think he might have moved to London now, but he was initially based in Newcastle, and people used to come up to him.
It's good to see people have success.
It is.
But you think Alex looks like him? I'm gonna have to have a look at this now.
If your brother knows him, it was meant to compliment. He's looking big. He looks good.
Cool.
I wasn't a put that.
You wouldn't be offended. I tell you something, right? When we were growing up in the 90s, right, we had a Super Nintendo and we used to play Street Fighter 2, right? And I used to call him Zangief. And he has turned into Zangief. He's got the hair and the grey in it and stuff, and the build. I call him, see him around the house, I call him Zangief and stuff. It's funny, you know what I mean? If you say something enough, it seems to happen.
It does in your world.
Yeah.
But why not?
Yeah, right.
So what's going on with Bosen then? Because the last time, when was Bosen's first gig?
March 31st.
I was going to say, because you were gearing up for it last time you were on here, so it was stuff in the pipeline.
It was a very, very long process to even get in there. But we weren't in a rush, to be honest.
No, which is a rare situation to be in, because a lot of bands are in a hurry to, let's get going quick, let's get some songs, let's get some gigs.
I know, right? I think what it was, we'd all been in positions where bands could be quite stressful. There was constant goals and pressures and stuff. And I think with Bosen, we all just thought, we're going to take a John Sykes kind of approach to this, who was in Blue Murder and Whitesnake. We'll do it when it's done, basically.
Yeah.
Not to the point of Duke Nukem Forever, where you piss everyone off after 13 years. But we just took our time, and we went and did the show, and it was an amazing experience in the sense that I felt like it was like being reborn again. Do you know what I mean? I think we all felt like that.
But you all came into it, obviously, with the same sort of feeling about how you wanted to do this band.
Yeah.
No stress.
Yeah, I mean,
easy going.
Yeah, they'd been playing as a unit for 2 years before I'd even been there. And
that was true,
They hadn't even done a show, but they've got a keen work ethic, you know what I mean?
So you've been putting a lot of videos on recently of bits of your rehearsal and stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, man, it's out there. It's out there. I'm sure I said this last time, but when I joined them, I thought, I'm out of my fucking depth here. I honestly thought.
Just because of the level of the musicianship and the songwriting and all
class fucking musicians. They're like Beethoven and fucking Sid Vicious rocks in, man, who can't stay in key and writes terribly. So I was like, fuck, man.
Sometimes that's what it needs, though. If you were too perfect and on the money, it might have been.
Yeah.
These guys are too good altogether. You need a loose cannon in there somewhere to mix it up.
It's been a steep learning curve, though. But
good for you, though.
A good one, ultimately.
Yeah.
I feel I understand music more. I don't want to be just one of these musicians who just stays on a plateau when you're music. I want to keep learning.
Challenge yourself.
I want to keep learning. I want to stay fresh. I don't want to be like... I just saw Kiss as well, but Kiss is the same thing after 30 years.
Well, when bands get to that length of career, they're always going to be some sort of they almost become a novelty act of themselves.
Yeah.
You're only going to be playing your greatest hits. It gets to...
That's what I felt like this time watching them, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Where did you see them at?
The Metro Radio Arena. But I think it's called the United Fridge or something. The fucking... the refrigerator arena or the tampon arena. I don't know.
They always keep changing the name every couple of years.
I remember it was the bloody Telly West Arena and the Blue Yacht. Anyways, it's the same place.
How was it?
Oh, man. I don't want to rag on Kiss because I fucking love Kiss.
You've got to be honest.
It was a good show, but I felt like now this has to be the final tour. I felt. I felt like, when you're redlining something for so long And I don't want to see them stay around where they embarrass themselves or whatever. And to be honest with you, I didn't think it was entirely live this time. It was I've seen Kiss a lot of times, right? And it was the first time I've ever seen Kiss where I thought, I don't think this is entirely live. I think parts of it are. A lot of moments of it were.
Right.
But there was certain things with backing vocals, certain things when he was talking on the screen, his mouth didn't quite sync up. And I mean, the technology we have cameras now, it wouldn't have had a delay on it. So
yeah, they don't have delay much these days.
I didn't mind though, because it's Kiss, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, if it had been like, I'm trying to, a Parkway Drive or someone.
Yeah.
If you don't see Parkway Drive, and then you would be like, what the fuck is going on?
If someone in
here?
their prime is not on it, something's going on there.
I still had a good time, but a lot of people who go to these shows,
it's just nostalgia, a lot of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Their
whole, I mean, how long have Kiss been going? 40 years?
71, 72, is it? From New York.
So
a long time.
When you get to that end of your career, I don't know how many people are able to still do it enough.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Is it labelled as their final tour? Or
The
anything?
final tour. I don't believe it.
Is that what they're saying?
This is
though?
what it is. I might have the tickets to bonus because I'm terrible at emptying my pockets. I get told off for this. I don't actually, which is a shame. But it's labelled as the final farewell world tour or whatever.
I hope it is, because if they do more, then your sort of lasting memory of them gets worse.
Yeah.
You want one of your last memories of them to be something good.
It was good enough. Let's put it was good enough. But I've seen them for years.
How much you know the band, you could kind of tell that it's kinda gone downhill a little bit.
Right. I mean, I saw them at Donington years ago, and that was a good show.
It seemed fully live.
Yeah, and then I saw them a couple of other times, and then I saw them at Donington again a couple of years back. And interestingly, funnily enough, they were playing with the Motley Crue that day, and Motley Crue had played the set before them, and Motley Crue, they weren't fully live. No way. They had backing tracks, his vocals.
I think they have for a while.
Right? So then Kiss come on afterwards, right? And Paul Stanley, like, he normally talks like Michael Jackson with that really high New York voice. Yeah. All of a sudden he goes to like this Brooklyn accent. He's like, yo, Motley Crue, singing a backing track, fucking this and that, calling them out about the backing. Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
I was like, check out Paul Stanley, like totally shooting on the Motley Crue.
I wonder if you would say that now.
I think you accept Mother Nature, you know, you have your limitations and stuff. And
who was opening for Kiss?
The worst fucking cover opening thing I've ever seen in my life. It wasn't a band. There was no band, right? Okay. See, because everyone loves Kiss. Kiss, the masters are pulling wool over people's eyes so that you go, this is amazing. It really fucking wasn't. It was this dude you walk in, so this guy comes on, right? He's like Jeff Tate now, like completely fucking bald. I thought it fucking was Jeff Tate. I'm like, wow, Jeff Tate. It's like, it wasn't Jeff Tate. He's got a big fucking canvas. He's like, I'm gonna do some painting. So he just painted pictures. He painted pictures of Elton John, one of Slash, to like Guns N' Roses songs.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's like 20,000 people watching a dude paint. I cracked the pun, right? This is like watching paint dry. Terrible, right? But I was like,
in a way, you were.
Yeah. And I just couldn't get in. I mean, it was impressive what he was doing. Don't get me wrong.
Wrong setting though.
Yeah. You know, like, what the fuck?
Did a rock band turn up
I
to
thought
the
I
museum down the
died.
road?
I thought I fucking...
To the art gallery.
I thought I fucking died, man. I thought I was in fucking purgatory or something. You know what I mean? The never-ending painting set before seeing Kiss. You'd be there for eternity and you don't get to see them.
Because that's no build-up to a fucking rock band, is it?
No, it was...
You need something that's sort of on the way to what the main event is.
You know, I would have had a boxing fight, yeah.
Yeah. Just a bit aggressive. Aggression.
Get some people from the Quayside, man. Fucking... You know, tanked up on pave, man. Stick them in the ring and make them fight, you know what I mean?
That is weird. I've never even heard of it. I mean, I've heard of, like, stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
Which, that would work. If you got a really funny guy making everyone laugh, fair enough.
Bill Hicks used to do, didn't he, for, like, Tool and stuff?
Well, a lot of comedians have done that, but that just sounds... That just makes no sense.
A lot of people liked it, though. Honestly.
There you go.
And I was like, am I on fucking planet Zog here or what? You know, I'm looking around. But that's life. Everyone has their opinion.
How long was he on for?
Oh God, too long. I said, don't cheer him because he'll stay on longer. No one clap. Everyone clap. He's in half an hour maybe.
Right.
Half an hour. You probably get loads of slander, for me, saying this. But the only good thing which came out was they auctioned off all the paintings.
Right, cool. Yeah.
So all the money went to pediatric cancer or something, or teenage cancers. It was for a good cause.
Yeah.
So I felt like a bitter old queen when he said that part at the end, because he is me complaining, heckling him and shit. You know what I mean?
Get him off.
Yeah, don't cheer. You'll stay on longer. Nah.
There's a time and a place for everything.
And that wasn't.
Even for charity.
That was the thing. It wasn't. I've never seen anything like that. All the time I've become shows or playing shows. I've never seen that. I've seen a guy get waxed before we went on one time. Where was that? It was Lincoln. We did a show in Lincoln. I remember about the stage. The stage was made out of plywood. It was like balsa wood. You'd stand and your foot would go fucking through it. But before we went on, they got this guy out. He's hairy like a goddamn silverback gorilla, and they stuck him on a table like this. And we're gonna wax him for charity with Veet and whatever. So they got these guys and women to do it, and they went to town on this guy. Oh my God,
3, 2.
Yeah, he was getting mad. He was getting really. You could see him getting hyped up because they were no holds barred. Taking no prisoners.
At the end of the day, the quicker they do it, the sooner it's over.
Yeah, it was someone who.
It's actually worse if they went get slowly. That's worse. It's quicker to just go
glutton for pain. And
I can imagine you get to that Kiss gig and he starts doing that, and you're like, have I got the right day?
Yeah. Nah. I almost went home.
We had one. Were you there? We played Alston, and there was a raffle right before we were due to go on.
Please tell me it was a meat raffle.
I don't think I was. No.
It was like a warm-up gig for a festival. They booked the hall out, and they got a few of the bands to play for a few of the locals, and we were like, yeah, we'll do that. We headlined it. It was like they started playing some rock music before we came on. We're behind the stage, getting warmed up. And I'm doing some stretches and that, and then he comes back, and then he goes, "Are you ready?" Oh yeah, we're ready. And I was like, we get the intro music line up, and then it just we're just gonna do a raffle.
Oh my. Were you standing on stage as well?
They couldn't see it. We were behind the curtain, but we were just about to pull the curtain and hit our intro music.
It sounds like Phoenix Nights one, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, to be fair, some of the prizes were quite good. Bob's won a cutlery set and a vintage bottle of whiskey, and some with egg point going, forgetting that we were about to play. Going, I wish I could have won that.
Yeah, right.
But it's just the timing of it.
It's mad. Where is it in the country, right, where they do fucking meat raffles and stuff at bars and pubs? Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Is it in Yorkshire or I think it's Yorkshire.
It'll be somewhere farming based.
Because I was there what fucking year is this, man? Is this fucking 1890? You've won a ham shank. Oh my God, you know what I mean?
How long did Kiss play for?
2 hours maybe.
2 hours.
They filled the time out.
I was gonna say, were they was it energetic? Were they running about? And
no.
All the pyro, obviously.
They may as well have been animatronics.
Oh, weren't moving around much. Mind you, they've still got the massive platforms and all that on.
Yeah.
Difficult to move around, I guess.
They haven't cut any slack. It still looks impressive.
Yeah.
And
the fireworks and shit.
The explosions was so fucking loud.
Right.
Honestly, it was fucking deafening when they went off, you know what I mean?
So when they played some of your favourite songs, how did it feel? Was it were you disappointed because it wasn't quite?
No, it was
were there parts where they were nailing it?
Yeah, I think they were nailing it, but you can sense stuff. You can just sense
overall.
That. Yeah, you know what I mean?
How old are they now? How old's Kiss now?
They got to be coming up to 70.
Wow.
They got to be coming up to 70
because they are quite one of the more energetic bands to be still. I mean, the Stones are quite. Mick Jagger does a lot around.
The
rest of the band don't move around
freak
much,
of nature.
I don't think.
Freak of nature, Jagger.
I've seen some of his stuff online, in the rehearsals, jumping about, and I'm like, he's 70 odd.
Them dudes will go forever, man.
Crazy. They'll be in wheelchairs. We can't walk, but we can still get out there.
When the world fucking ends, right? Only fucking 4 things are gonna survive, right? Fucking Mario 64 cartridges because they love so much. The damn cockroaches, man.
Yep, definitely.
Fucking Keith Richards and Jagger, man. That'll be it.
Yeah.
We'll all be dead. They'll be fucking living forever. You know what I mean?
It's a miracle that they're still alive.
Yeah, everyone.
An Aussie.
They got eaten by the machine. Literally, the Rolling Stones was this machine, and then you get groupies and people are just Klingons, you know, clinging onto the band and whatever. And not everybody has that gene.
No,
You know, I think there's some kind of gene where you're susceptible. You know, you're not susceptible. You won't have overdoses and stuff. And
it's not just the physical for them though. It's like being able to stay friends for that long and not.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they've had the ups and downs over the years, but to still be.
If you have a best friend and it's like a love-hate relationship, you'll be friends with them forever, man.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, like you with your brother, you two seem to get on pretty well.
We get on really well.
Probably a bit better now than you ever have.
More than ever. We've always got on.
See, I'm an only child, so I have no frame of reference.
We got on because we just used to beat the shit out of each other, though.
You kind of grown out of
that. You learn how much each other can take. It was
you
like...
could beat the shit out of you now, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably. We were like Ali and Foreman, man, do you know what I mean? And fucking... I remember one time, our Nana and Grandad, like, both of them passed recently, actually, but they would take us down to a Blackpool. You know, we'd stop in Blackpool with them a lot. You know, me and Alex were big into wrestling, and I remember one time with this 1 hour Iron Man match in the room. Right, you watch on, right? What time is it? 5 to the hour, 5 to we'll finish, right? So this match fucking battered the shit out of each other. Like, we're both concussed, right? And I thought I had a hemorrhage. I'm like, Alex, I'm fucking dying. You're gonna have to call, you know, for an ambulance. And my nana and granny came in. Come on, we're off to the pleasure beach. So we're in these little rinky-dink fucking rides, man. These little wooden rides, banging our heads around and stuff. And I got back, and I'm like, I ain't gonna wake up in the morning. Like, they're gonna come in here, man. I'm gonna be like fucking dead or some shit, you know.
But you hear of some brothers and sisters who just fight all the time, proper.
Yeah,
beat each other up.
my friend, like, well, obviously him and his sister don't fight, but they don't get on at all. They never have, and I find that
weirdly common,
peculiar. But
because
I mean,
people could, obviously they're from the same gene pool, but they just grow up completely different people. Mm-hmm. Some people just don't get on.
Yeah,
it's just
so you have no.
It's no different to like two people who like grew up as friends but aren't related, who grow apart because of different people.
Yeah, I do agree with that though. In this century, modern times, that friends are the new family.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so in a lot of ways.
I think a lot of people are starting to come around to the idea that like you should cut out people who don't benefit you.
Oh yeah,
you've got negative people,
yeah,
or
of course, man. I
materialistic people, and you know, people who don't sort of. You want people who are like you, I suppose. Similar sort of people. Obviously, you need a bit of difference as well, but you know what I mean. Like mentality wise, you don't want negative people.
I can just count obviously I'm my friend as well, but a lot of them I can just count on my hands. You know, like people.
Most people, if you like how we classify your actual friends, it isn't that many.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be. I don't think.
Yeah. Whereas when I was younger, and maybe you were both the same. You try to please everybody.
Yeah,
and you wanted everyone to be your friend. And
so you end up being somebody else. Well, because you can't please everybody.
Kind of, yeah. Man, I thought I was Mike Monroe. Dyed my hair blonde and shit. You know, hair. You look.
That's definitely a thing when you're younger, though. You do want to please everybody. You want to be cool. You want to fit in with everybody, but
you do stuff like that. Because
Caroline Robertson on the last one said, you know, if you were like, it was a film about your life, or what would you tell your younger self? That was what I would say. It was like, try and be yourself. From now,
what would you tell your younger self?
That was my answer to say.
Well, you said that
to myself. I would be saying, just try and be yourself from now. Don't try and please other people, because it's a complete waste of energy and it doesn't benefit you in any way. Mine
would be, don't be as fucking butthurt about shit when it goes wrong. You know what I mean?
That's something that you learn, though, isn't it? Not to take shit to heart, and you know, you learn from everything. Everything's a learning experience, isn't it?
Of course, right? Because do you remember what it was like when you were like 18, 17, 19, when a girl would leave you or something?
Teenagers, though, it's difficult.
It was terrible. A terrible time.
The consequences of everything seem much worse. I suppose it's like when you see 5-year-olds falling out because someone's stolen their ice pop.
Yeah.
They're bawling their eyes out. It's like the worst thing in the world.
Of course, man.
And then 10 minutes later, they're best friends.
Yeah, right.
But for those seconds when they were crying, it looked like the worst thing they'd have probably ever experienced in their short life.
Man. You know what else is funny? You still get people like that.
I know, you do.
30-year-old, 40-year-olds. I'm not going to name names.
Especially online.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's worse in real life as well. Like,
I know.
I'm not going to go on about the scene too much, of that side of the scene, but sometimes you go to a gig, it's like, yo, you guys used to be friends and now you fell out over some shit, and like, it gets awkward, man. Holy shit.
I know. It does happen. But
it gets awkward.
Yeah. Well, that's the scene. What is? I'm not in the scene anymore around here, so I don't really. I can't really comment.
In a lot of ways, I haven't really been around the scene either. You know what I mean?
Is Club Rock still going?
Club Rock
putting on gigs?
It's dead, man.
It's closed.
Dead and buried, man.
Wow. So it's not anything. It's
Other
closed.
than the Brickyard, not really. I mean, the
venue,
the old fire station.
Oh yeah.
They do a lot of
That
gigs.
is. I have been there. That is a good venue.
I go down there.
That's really good.
I like just watching shit I wouldn't normally go and see.
So we've got like opposite ends. We've got the sound centre, which is like 1,500 people.
Yeah.
Then you've got the venue,
Mm-hmm.
which wrestling shows are on there sometimes, aren't they?
I've
seen it.
Target, yeah.
Target on there.
Devlin's
That's about
thing.
900,000. Then you've got the Brickyard, which is about 350.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got the old fire station, which is about 200 tops, 150.
Something like that.
Which is a good selection, but there's no without Club Rock, which wasn't the best venue, but it served the purpose.
It was
I
marketed.
mean, they got Diamond Head there.
Who the fuck would have thought that?
I know.
Club Rock. Aren't they got Arthur Brown, man, playing
And,
Club Rock?
There's some good shows.
I was like, yo, Arthur Brown's like, you played that shitty stage I played with the pillar in the middle.
Oh yeah,
It's like, it was
pillar.
interesting seeing him like work around that because he just kind of rubbed himself.
I loved
against
going
that
there,
shit
watching other bands and seeing how they dealt with that pillar.
Yeah,
People like
yeah.
moved completely in front of it, so there was nowhere for the audience to be,
Uh-huh.
or went right behind it. Or sometimes, like people, if there was like 5 of them in the band, someone would just have to admit defeat and I'll just fucking stand behind here. Just
They
there's
were,
not nowhere to go.
They were going to knock it down till they realised if
The
they
whole
did
building would come
it would
down.
bring the whole thing down on everybody and everyone would be crushed and mangled inside.
So what have you've got come up with Bosen then? You got a couple of shows coming
We've
up?
got 2 shows coming up. Let me think of the dates. This is terrible. I'm so bad with it. The 27th, Saturday the 27th. Bosen
When are
are
they?
playing in Sunderland, the Independent.
Mackhamland.
So it'll be the first show for us in the Northeast, which should be great because, you know, obviously the band I was in before was primarily based in the Northeast. So
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of familiar faces. It's going to be nice to reconnect.
Yeah.
And the next show after that is the 31st of August. That is at the venue. The venue. That's Domfest. That's Dom Smith's.
That event's come on a long
festival.
way since it started in attendance. Someone's back got
Yeah, it was in his Kirkbampton. Chaos in Kirkbampton that started out.
that was it. Yeah.
And
Actually, the first ever episode we had with Jimmy Greaves.
yeah, I
Our
like
second
Jimmy.
episode.
Jimmy's cool, man.
He played that. It must have been around then.
Yeah.
Or then or the year before. Because only what is this? The third or the fourth one?
Could be 5. Could be longer.
Oh, it was maybe the second one.
Yeah,
he
Jimmy's
played.
a cool guy, man. I like Jimmy.
But
I've
he
seen him
was.
one time.
That's when he tells that story about they were playing because they had a proper stage even in the.
Yeah,
got
they
some
used to
proper
put a lot of
good
money
stuff
into
in
it,
there. But
man.
he was saying he was playing. Someone threw a dildo at him.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what did you do? He's like, I just put it in my top pocket.
yeah.
Carried on.
Mad. I'm sure like Extreme Noise Terror played like one of them Domfests, man. Honestly, I think there was some just ridiculous like, yeah, we'll play it. They just asked them that showed up.
So how do you just what kind of music or what genre do you put Bosen in?
Bosen is to me progressive metal, really. It has elements of bands like Tool, but then it has some kind of stonery, doomy kind of licks in there as well. Some elements of thrash. It's very hard to just pinpoint.
Yeah. Are they long songs?
Oh God, yeah.
What's your shortest song?
Oh man, like 8 minutes. Yeah.
What's your longest song?
20 maybe. There was one which was for 20. They're like
Give it
these-
Iron Maiden a run for
these-
their money.
It's weird because I went from one band where it was just like 3 minute kind of
Traditional.
I'm not saying pop hits, but like radio kind of,
Yeah.
you know, where they were short songs to this. It was like from yin to yang, and it was just really
It's a good experience, though.
drop in the ocean to do that.
But that's longer for space for lyrics.
Yeah, very difficult. It was very, very difficult at first to think of what to write and how much to write. And I would literally maybe write a quarter of the lyrics in one day, one sitting, and then I'd just have to come back to it.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, I don't know what to write. And I don't want to write shit lyrics. I don't
Or
wanna
is
write-
there because they're so long, a lot of space for instrumental
Yeah.
sections, extended solos,
planning
and
out.
breakdowns,
a
and,
lot of
or longer intros or
a lot
outros?
of great solos, a lot of good.
I saw some of the videos. Who's the lead guitar player?
John Bowen.
He's really good.
He's ace.
Really good.
He is probably one of the best players I've played with.
Cool.
I'm so impressed. I don't even tell him, you know what I mean? But like, I'm very, very impressed with his playing.
Oh,
Just walks circles around so many people, and I don't even mean that in a negative way. But he's just naturally talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your drummer as well, Matty.
He's great.
He's really good.
He'd be in the top 3% in the world.
He's there's some of the stuff because he does like drum tuition and everything as well.
Yeah.
Impressive. Watching some of the videos that he's put online, really good.
But
so enthusiastic about drumming as well, isn't he?
I'll tell you something about that kid, right? I call him a kid. He's like 23, but to me, he'll always be the kid. You know what I mean?
Kid to me.
He's one of my close friends, man. But Matty has a drive only parallel to someone, say like Dimebag Daryl Abbott, who would just sit in his room every night and play. Matty will
always had a guitar with him, always.
Yeah, right. But Matty he'll be in the room now practicing. He's there every night. He's there. His lunch break, Matty's a tyre fitter for like wagons and cars and stuff. He takes a pad with him and some sticks, and rather than eat, he will practice on a fucking pad.
Bloody hell.
He's just dedicated,
dedication,
man.
Yeah.
He makes
it shows though.
I am a little bit lazy, you know what I mean? But he makes me look really fucking lazy.
Kind of gives you a kick up the butt because if everyone else is busting the gut, it kind of makes you feel like you've got to step up your game.
All of them did.
Yeah.
Like Ross, bass player, Sam Swales.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good thrash player.
Yeah.
Comes up with some brilliant riffs.
So recording-wise, what have you guys gathered up? So have you done just demos so far?
We've just been doing demos and stuff.
Well, that's where you've got to start anyway, isn't it? So
the guy who's recording our album lives somewhere in the Middle East. Let me think about this. He lives in Abu Dhabi.
Right.
So he's a jingle writer for like Abu Dhabi TV. He does like Saudi Arabia and stuff. So
he'll have some awesome equipment, I bet.
Yeah, man. Like
the jingle writers.
I'm sure like his family sell Ferraris and shit as well.
They have to because they never know what they're going to be asked to write. So they have to have a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like all sorts of samples, instruments. They have to be jingle writers are really talented people usually.
Of course. But he's English. He moved over there. He got a job and he moved over. But he's a tremendous guitar. He's the original guitar player of Bosen, one of them. It's called Newman.
So how does that work with him out there then?
Just over the internet. You know what I mean? We have the mixing desks and like studio facilities in our room because we have a loft in the Atlas Works. You know where the Atlas Works is?
Yeah.
We have basically a section of the top floor, which is like...
It looks really cool. They're properly kitted out.
It's ace, man. We share that with Andy Cartner, so Matty's brother, and he's in the punk band. God, it's totally slipped my mind now. The Meltdowns. So they're like a Misfits, the type band. You know what I mean? Really got something of a following now. So
how much material have you got so far? Then would you say?
Oh, we've got the first album done. We're like starting to write the second one now.
So what about recording the first album? What's the schedule for that?
Soon.
Soon.
I know this. Probably the next couple of weeks.
How's it going to work?
In what sense?
The recording process for the whole band?
Oh, we just record there. We've got like the booth, so we get everybody in individually and stuff, and like record that way. Yeah. And then I come in last.
How the drums going to be done?
Just wired up. You know what I mean? Like he's got like Tama kit, loads of microphones and stuff, and like some things you can just plug directly into. I know, I'm on.
That's cool.
And it's it's very much DIY, but then we send it over to Newman, and Newman can work his magic.
Most bands, everyone's first release is a bit like that. You've got to start and then go from there.
Of course.
Basically, you just need some product out there, don't you? So you can.
I've been saying this, and like we just need anything out just to like get it going.
Maybe try and get a video done. All those kinds of stuff. Even if you get like a lyric video done or something like that. Just
I was trying to get a live video at Nemix. Do you remember? Marc Stafford. He's very busy now. He's doing a Cyndi Lauper tribute act. He takes around the UK.
Oh, right, okay.
And he's tied up with that. But I mean, that's where the money is. So I was like, you know what? That's cool, man.
I mean, you've been around the block enough times to know what you need to do.
Of course.
What the band needs.
Of course, man.
So how experienced are the other members in terms of?
Not so much with the live gigs and stuff. You know what I mean?
So that's where your side of it, you're beneficial in that aspect.
I don't tell people what to do. I try to let people come into their own. Do you know what I mean?
But you have opinions because you've been there, you've done that. You know what works, you know what doesn't work.
I don't do what I had to put up. I got dropped in it where Alex had been in a band and their singer dropped out of a show and I had to do the show. And Alex was like, he looked at me, he's like, "Don't be shit. I will kill you if you shit."
That's like the worst thing you can say to someone before they step on stage.
If you shit, we're not family anymore. That's the kind of wow. So I was like, I need some new pants. Shitting. I was 15, 14. I can't remember.
Bloody hell.
I was quite young. I remember like before that one, my grandma had bought me. I feel like I've told this before, but she bought me like some shit to calm down with, like some tablets or some shit. She's like, only take one. So I took the whole fucking bottle of them. I was stoned.
Calm down, I was asleep.
I was fucked, man. I was absolutely fucked. This was like a school fucking rock show, and here comes Keith Moon like waddling onto the stage. You know.
So when do you think you'll put it out, or is it just kind of like when it's done, we'll put it out?
Next couple of months.
Ah, cool.
I
So we'll
think,
be out by the end of the year.
yeah,
That's good to
be
know.
out by the. That's the goal. Get out by the end of the year.
Are you going to get some actual physical CDs done?
Yeah. As soon as it's all done, we're going to be getting.
Did
up
you
on
already know
Spotify.
what it's going to be called? All the tracks,
Nothing like that.
album cover.
There's an artist who Matty really likes. You know what I mean?
Who will be decide? Who like in the band?
Mhm.
Obviously, usually by default, it's whoever wrote the lyrics. Usually has an idea of what
Yeah.
the album should be called.
I'll let
or-
Matty decide everything.
Oh, really?
Really?
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't. I keep a hands off.
Do
the
you
pro-
do all the lyrics 100% yourself?
This is what I do. I write all the lyrics, right? But other people can decide the titles to the songs or whatever, or the the album names. And I just think I even let other people write lyrics now and stuff. I used to be
Okay.
really defensive about that,
Protective.
and now I'm so laid back, so easy going. You guys, you have whatever you want.
Plus, I suppose they were there before you, so you've stepped in as a outsider.
I always see it as I'm like a member of the band, but I'm like the hired gun. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I see it as
Well, you're the new guy, aren't you? So
they're like the band. They're like the fucking cake, man. I'm just the cherry on the top. Whether it's good or rotten depends on the night, but you know that's the way I see it.
I wonder if they see it the same way.
Maybe not. Maybe not. You know what I mean?
Because you have a lot to offer. You've got experience. You're a good vocalist.
Yeah, man.
You've
Getting
got
older
experience
now,
writing-
man.
Yeah, but that's a good
they're
thing.
all in the prime of their youth. And
Are you the oldest in the band?
Yeah, man.
Well, someone's got to be the older one. The wise head.
Yeah, I'm like Undertaker over here, man. Just clinging on by a thread.
No,
No, but-
I'm looking forward to hearing the
Mhm.
the demos and that one.
We just need to get more gigs. I mean, the big issue we've had is getting our foot in the door.
It all goes hand in hand, though. Once you've got the demos done, start putting them out there.
Yeah.
Start sharing. Because even your demos, you can get them on Spotify.
Yeah.
Get the streams going.
Mm-hmm.
Get maybe like a lyric video or something going.
Yeah.
You've got a couple of gigs, so from that,
We've got-
other
that's the
stuff will
thing.
come. When you've got your demos finished, that's
Mhm.
stuff to send off to people to say,
Mhm.
asking about gigs and stuff. It all goes hand in
You
hand.
should be our manager. We should just hire you.
You know how it works. You've
Yeah,
been
of
there
course,
before.
of course, man. But I
It's-
just,
I think
just
a lot of
wanna
it is
be-
how you sell the band, how like
Mhm.
how would you write the band bio? How would you like describe the band to
Mhm.
somebody else? I think a lot of that because
Yeah.
people make snap judgments and first impressions are quite important.
Mhm.
So I think
of course.
a lot of it is how you sell the band to like a potential gig booker or
Mhm.
someone who owns a venue. I
Yeah,
think that's quite important. But once you've got a few gigs under
of
your belt,
course.
get some live footage.
I feel we're at this point in the band. I mentioned to it. I said like the hardest part is like takeoff, getting the
Yeah.
band
Yeah.
in like a plane into the air, and it's been a slow process getting other gigs and stuff. But what I will say is it is gradually improving.
Yeah.
Like we do get asked to do some things, and like obviously Swales lives in Burnley, so we have that thing of getting
Yeah.
Swales up from Burnley and stuff.
Or
and we're all
get a gig down there.
That's true. He's trying to get one there. The Sanctuary, I think it's
Yeah, I've
called.
played there. It's really good.
He wants
really
to
good.
get a show in Sanctuary.
But yeah, like I say, it all goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll come together. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
once who knows what'll come from these couple of gigs you've got coming up. People
Exactly.
never know who's going to be there.
I'm doing double duty at the 31st.
Double GT.
Two bands to the same show, but I'm doing two sets. With
Oh, you're the band Pulverizer.
Pulverizer are playing as well. We're opening up. So
Oh, that was the next thing I was going to ask about. But going back to Bosen,
of course, man.
one thing is you've spent a lot of time rehearsing. Like, so
Yeah.
you're definitely
We're
ready.
down there we're ready to go now.
So
Someone could say tomorrow, go and play Trillions, and we're ready. I mean, we could have a month off. We'd be ready. We
Yeah.
know the material.
But-
like,
That's an advantage over most bands because most bands do some rehearsing,
mm-hmm.
but then just start doing gigs and sort of figure it out as they go.
yeah,
And their first few gigs end up being kind of rehearsals.
Mhm, yeah,
But you've done all that beforehand, so you're like ready to
Mhm.
go.
yeah.
So have you worked on like just a bit of stage banter or transitions between songs?
We're like the Ramones, man.
you
We just
practice your sets, timings. If you had to do half an hour, do you know which songs would fit in half an hour?
yeah, we're all good with
No,
the times.
see?
So we practice like the sets. We sometimes practice in a line and stuff, but we we try and play like the Ramones because obviously the songs are so long. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
And less stage talk because I could talk all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you start playing 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. Flap my gums too much, man. It gets me into trouble, man.
Yeah, but sometimes in Hellion Rising, you've had to. You know what I mean?
I got told to.
Yeah.
I got told to.
That was a more traditional setup, whereas in this, this band's pretty different from most bands you're going to come across, I think. Like, your show is more just about the music. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like you're performing these long, complex songs that you've written. You put it together as a show.
Originally, we were going to be all in costume.
Wow.
We were all going to be... It was just the logistics of it and trying to come up with an idea. Like, we never... Well, we came up with an idea, but it was just too hard. It was all, like, cybernetic nanotechnology and weird shit. But it was
great ideas, but how the hell do you do it? Yeah.
It was getting the money and the budget, and then you want it to look good. You didn't want it to look fucking half-assed. You didn't want it to look shit, so we just thought,
Let the music speak for itself.
Let's just be us.
Yeah.
Let's just go up there and be us rather than this manufactured product. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking for... I wish I knew what it was. There was a song that you put on not that long ago.
Yeah.
We had to be a guitar player playing a cool riff. It was really cool.
Like John in the guitar, like John from the band, but like oh man, he can tell him to play.
It was like one of your songs. I could tell that you were rehearsing all together one of your songs.
Yeah.
I think you were panning the video around whilst you were singing, or somebody was.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I think it was Led to the Grave. The song Led to the Grave.
Something like that. Yeah.
I run around with the camera and.
But even because the sound quality's not great through a phone. But even through that, I was like, this is fucking cool. I was really
tape standard quality.
Yeah. If you sound good through that,
sounds okay.
That's like when people make professional albums, like Dave Grohl. We used to do it as well. Still get your premixes and go in your car. How does it sound in the car?
I agree. I said that they hadn't heard of that before. But
That's standard. That is standard.
I remember saying to them about just get in your car, have a listen.
Because I was always told when we go to professional studios, it's like, yeah, it sounds great now, but it's still got to sound good in shitty speakers. And the best way you can do that is just you can't one left, one right.
Yeah.
Try and sit in the middle or sit in the back. What does it sound like? What does your mixes sound like? It's got to sound good on both.
Yeah,
there's got to be no discrepancies. Like if I found because whatever, and people are like, oh, put the bass, turn the treble. No, well, however you normally listen to it, just put it through that. Don't change anything.
Just leave it normal.
Because like
headphones is another good, like just some cheap headphones. So
all
like
different.
The £5 ones. Just
big speakers, headphones in your car, earbuds through a shitty speaker, like a little portable thing. Try it all.
Yeah.
I used to make notes. Like, I used to give it ratings out of 10. What it sounds like on that. What it sounds like on
cool.
that.
I'm gonna take that tip.
Because then you build a picture and then leave it for a day. Forget about it.
Right.
Then do it again. And see if you feel the same.
Come back to it.
Yeah, because sometimes if you do it too much, you lose where you are.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You get overloaded with like same with songwriting. Sometimes if I get stuck, I'm stopping. Or sometimes when we're doing vocals, the producer will go, stop. You're going downhill now.
Yeah,
just
like your takes.
Then the next day I come back and I'd have a completely different approach and I'd just like do it in one take.
Yeah.
The day before I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't do it.
I know. I remember Hellion Rising. We recorded one EP with Dave Hills, like Hilly, who owns like Trillions. Yeah, right. And he always knew, and I was burnt out like from doing take after take. He's like, I know as soon as you forget your lyrics. It's like as soon as you forget a word, or you come in on the line wrong, or you fuck a word up or something, like
we're done.
And he was good like that.
He's got a lot of experience.
He was great. I'd never heard of that. Every other time I'd recorded, it was always just a case of go until you can't speak anymore and
blow your voice out.
It's not how you do it.
That's good advice.
It's not how you do
Never stop learning. People like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm sure the guys on the band will learn stuff from you because you bring.
Maybe. I've never asked, but I suppose it's a possibility.
Just from the way you are.
Try and crack
being chill, being laid back. That's a good one. Not being worked uptight. You know.
You gotta be in music because there's nothing worse than being in a band where it gets tense and it becomes a chore and.
There's like a pressure to like keep this thing going.
Yeah, I mean, like I had that. We had. I shouldn't even say I. We had that in like the old band, and I'm sure you had that in your band.
And it gets to the point where you've got to take stock and say, something needs to, either we need to stop or something needs to change because it's getting worse, not better. And we don't want this to become a chore. Yeah. We don't want to ruin it. So.
And it can fucking burn bridges as well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It can easily
bridges and mines
burn bridge. And if you've known someone like fucking 6 years or whatever, and
you've been working like almost every day,
and
seeing
then-
them more than your family.
I always used to say that to Laura, my ex-girlfriend. Actually, she was like, "Oh, I don't understand." It's like, you don't understand, but what it's like is, it's like you're married to like 5 other people. You're doing everything else with them, but you're not fucking them. But you you eat with them, you go to bed with them, you know everything about them.
Yeah.
You know the good points, you know the
You
bad
recognise their
points.
farts.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's that level of intensity,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, of course,
Which is
man.
rare. You don't really get that
You
anywhere
don't get
else.
it any other
No.
walk of life. In your job, you don't, because you're around them in work, but you go home and
Usually, you
maybe
don't socialize with people at work. Usually, not really.
do you socialize with people at work?
No. Well, it's like, I don't know, colleagues and friends. You sort of separate them, don't you?
Yeah,
For the most part.
Yeah, I don't even intentionally do it.
They just,
I
it's
don't
just the way it is.
mean to do it. I just in work, I just kind of keep to myself. I
Yeah.
just like my own time. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm rude or inconsiderate or not that I don't care. I just I don't know. I've always been like that with work.
Yeah. You do get to a point in life where you don't care as much, though, do you? You're just going to be yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Last 2 years ago, or like even last year, I feel like I've came on leaps and bounds in the last couple of years. Like so many aspects of my life and just life in general, I feel like more laid back and in tune with stuff.
Oh, actually, I was going to show you.
Uh-huh.
I was going to... Something you put on.
Yeah,
Do you mind if I read it out?
please go for it. By all means.
Where is it here? When was this? I don't know when this was. When you got to 200 days. Not that long ago.
Yeah.
So 90 days
So
ago.
I wasn't. Yeah.
I'll just read it out. You
Go for it.
Finished a productive workout
Mhm.
before and reflected on the past 200 days. The first 3 days were difficult, but after that, gradually it started to get less challenging. The decision was made to drop the 10 cigarettes a day. 10 cigarettes a day.
More than that.
Bloody hell.
Sometimes. That was minimum.
To drop sugary food, which you loved.
Fuck yeah, man! Give me some of those Twinkies and
Start
stuff.
exercising and being... So you weren't doing any exercise before that much?
Never. Never.
But lucky, really, because you still had quite a decent
I know,
figure.
I
You
was
weren't
in-
like...
I-
you could have ballooned.
I don't know what. It's
Good-
probably
good metabolism.
Probably the cigarettes. I never worked out.
People always used to say that as soon as you start quit smoking, you're supposed to put... Most people put on
Well,
weight.
look at this, John Candy.
Yeah, but that was from that's weight gains from...
It's maybe a bit of both.
But it's not, you know, like a
eating
huge
meat.
belly. That's the
Yeah.
first thing. What was it? Start exercising, being healthy. Across the board, it's been exceptionally beneficial. Physically feeling so far, this is amazing. Mentally, it's like having a brand new Michelin tire with a brilliant patch kit and with free breakdown.
Yeah, that's what it's like, man.
And overall, everything in life, outlooks are a lot more positive, as with all little changes, like eating the right food, exercising, and being prepared to go and knuckle down. And the best part is anyone can do it. You just have to go and find out the right wave and ride it out. For me, the refined sugar was a problem, and you can tailor that to whatever you think you're doing, to whatever you think you're doing too much of.
Mhm.
It doesn't even have to be extreme, but finding a happy medium. Do whatever works for you, or equally don't. If everything's good, that's a blessing. Keep busy and stay proactive. The benefits can do wonders.
Yeah,
There you go. You had a lot of reaction to that as well.
really.
That's cool.
I think a lot of people can just benefit from any form of exercise, whether you're doing 5 minutes, an hour, or and just add, if you can make time for it. Even, I think more than the physical side of it, the mental side of it. Like I've had mental issues.
Mm.
You know, a lot of people around me have, and it's a great therapy in a way of just keeping on top of it. Do you know what I mean? For me, it's like the bookmark or the weight on top of the paper, because otherwise I'm
Things flying all over the place.
one stone away from the funny farm. You know, like
You feel like a sense of achievement as well, don't you? You feel like you're doing something good. It makes you feel good.
yeah, it gives you a drive. You want to get up on a morning, and it costs nothing. You know.
Mm. Plus,
Like-
like, if you exercise and you tire yourself out, you sleep better.
Yeah.
Whereas if you laze around eating shit and doing not much,
It
your
all
sleep's
goes-
all over the place.
Mhm. It all goes hand in hand.
Mm.
And you don't realize until you change one thing. You change one thing, and then it's like a domino.
Yeah.
Knocks the other thing. You're
'Cause
like,
you
hey, I
sleep-
should start eating better.
You sleep better, and then you think better. You think clearer. You're more productive. You have ideas. You
Yeah.
feel more motivated to do
Mhm.
things.
Of course.
It just. But like you say, the beginning was a tough part, and then
Terrible.
got easier.
Terrible, man.
Especially when you do where you did it. Just stop smoking. Start doing exercise. Start cutting out
crawling.
crap foods.
Crawling.
Most people would like start to build up to that. You're just like, I'm just doing it now.
Pain.
You're like an epiphany.
The pain was unreal, though.
Pain.
Just from lifting weights.
Oh, right. So you meant right.
My
Yeah.
arms and my joints and stuff. Like I felt like I was 100 years old.
Yeah. Look at you now.
I'm okay. I'm all right. But I did that for continuous for 100 days straight, 101
Like,
days.
Weights and that every day.
Every day. I was told not to. Alex was like, you're not going to get much benefit from this because you're not allowing your body to heal.
Recover. Yeah.
But I said to him, I said, it's not about the physical side of it for me. It's like the therapy, the mental side, keeping on top of everything. That's the primary reason I was doing it. You know what I mean?
So how often do you do it now?
3-4 times.
Right.
I try to, and then I'll get out for a walk. I love jogging. I started jogging like in the wintertime, but I was losing too much weight. I'd put all this weight on, and then after a month, I'd like lost it all. You know what I mean?
Incredible.
So I was like, I need to start. I'll get back to it at some point. It was amazing though, because like that build up to the first Bosen show, I'd been running every night for a month. I didn't get tired once during that show. And I'd be gassed. I'd be gassed, man. Nelly and Horizon did one song, I'd be like gassed. I'd be like pretty much almost collapsing. Like seriously, if I'd been like holding some notes and stuff,
Wow.
I'd feel like I was gonna collapse. Like every show,
Bloody hell. I
like
didn't
every
know
show,
that.
I'd be like because if you watch footage back, I almost fall over all the time.
I
if
just
you
thought it was
watch-
just the way you are.
I was gassed.
I was just like, he's so laid back,
I
he
was
nearly
ga-
falls
I
over.
was gassed, man. Like, I almost fell off the stage at the fucking Brickyard one time. It's quite high up there.
Yeah, it is,
Oh, man,
yeah.
I'd just fucking come out on crutches or some shit. You know what I mean?
So have you had some tough times mentally back then before you sort of
yeah,
did all this?
Hell yeah, man. Big time.
I thought, because I remember you vaguely sort of saying something, but obviously didn't know you
Since
that,
I
didn't
was
know you
about-
that well back then to
Since I
talk about
was-
it, really.
Since I was about 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like confidence issues and all that.
Just manic depressive. Just down about stuff. Like, I'd take a lot of things to heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think a lot of it was I just didn't, even at a young age, I wasn't where I wanted to be. I felt very misunderstood as a person. I didn't feel like a lot of people understood what I was. I could get taken the wrong way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it affected you
know.
more. Obviously,
Yeah.
when you're younger, that does happen more and more. Anyway, you take things to heart, and you're very sensitive to what other people think.
Yeah.
It's like a big,
You are, yeah.
it's like a big thing hanging over your head, isn't it?
Runs in the family, though.
Okay,
It's
right.
definitely, I think it's gender.
Do you
Whether
think the
or
whole
Mhm.
gym thing, like people who wait, is like a confidence thing.
Yes. 9
Try
out of
and-
10 people in a gym have a mental issue, I think.
Yeah, because
Alex is a firm believer of that as well. There's something where you're trying to...
not you're building your body, but you're building your confidence at the same time, sort of thing.
It's like building chainmail. It's like building
Yeah.
a hard shell around you so that you become
Because
less
you're-
sensitive to something.
Yeah, and you also subconsciously people see you and they'll either feel intimidated or they just won't. You feel like they're not going to bother you because you look like you can look after
I
yourself.
suppose.
That's got to be a
yeah.
part of it. I've never really thought about it.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud.
It's
Really,
weird though, because like I'm not much bigger than I was, you know what I mean? But for someone like Alex, he is a lot bigger than he was, you know what I mean? Like
I saw him in
he-
that picture. I was like, he's looking big.
he doesn't realize how big he is, because I see him walking down the street. It's like fucking He-Man coming down the street. You know what I
He's
mean?
huge.
It's just some big fucking Colombian drug dealer or some shit walking around his Adidas like
that's
tracksuit and his shades on and shit.
that's kind of what I was getting at. Is like you look at him and you go, I wouldn't mess with him, even though he could.
Exactly.
Even
He
though he
doesn't-
is
he
like
doesn't-
one of the nicest,
I know.
chilled out,
He
laid back
doesn't
guys
see
you could
that.
ever meet. But it's a confidence thing.
There
If
was
he
a-
was ever having issues about
Yeah.
about like how he's perceived by other people, the first thing you'd be like, oh, well, I'll just make myself look better,
Yeah, right.
and it works. It does work.
Tell you a story about Alex, right? You won't mind me telling this.
We hope.
Yeah. Apologies if you do mind, Alex. Someone who had been out on a night out, it was Christmas Eve, and I can't remember what happened. Someone had riled him up all night. And this was when he was really, and it was powerlifting, you know what I mean? Like, strong as a fucking ox, you know what I mean? Very intimidating to look at. We were at this fucking taxi rank, right? And the queue's like fucking 20 miles long. It's like, we may as well walk back. And something happened in this queue, and he just lost his temper. He wasn't shouting at anyone in particular, I mean, but he was expressing himself to me, and everybody fucked off. Everyone was terrified of the man. So it was the quickest taxi we ever got. I was like, thank you for doing that, because we can get home and actually sleep now. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to rile you up every time we get a taxi.
Yeah, everyone terrified of the man.
So how long ago was that?
4 years ago.
All right.
Yeah. I can't remember what happened.
Big bro. Who's old? Are you older than him? Or is he older than you?
He's older than me.
Yeah, big bro in every sense of the word.
Like 11 months, which is nothing. I'm here on a fucking whim, man.
Yeah.
I'm here on a fucking whim. I've always said that. I'm here purely by chance, man.
On this planet.
Yeah, if you think 11 months, I'm just...
In a way, we all are.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
quite easy could have not been life on this planet.
You put it that
We
way.
wouldn't be here.
Do you think about like that kind of stuff a lot? Do you think
Yeah.
about...
Sometimes, especially in quite often a starry night, and you look up
Yeah.
and you just think, we're pretty small and insignificant.
Do you think about it more when you're working?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. What's with that? I do that as well.
well, it's driving, isn't it? You get a lot of time to think when you're driving, don't you?
Yeah, man. This is...
I mean, are you listening to music or anything while you're driving, or are you not allowed to?
No, man.
Or
I
the
can't.
radio.
Not in the bus. It's me in my head for 12 hours.
So there you go. Yeah, I do a lot of driving, so
Uh-huh.
that's like driving in the shower.
Yeah.
When you're forced to think because you've got no
Yeah,
other
of
distractions.
course.
It's like I've always wanted to do on those sensory deprivation tanks.
Oh, man.
You know about them?
Yeah, of course, man.
Like
See what happens.
you've got no other sense other than your mind
Yeah.
because your body's in the water. The water is a temperature where you can't, right temperature where you can't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no motion, so you're not hearing anything. You're not seeing anything.
We should do that.
It's just your mind. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's any round here where we could go.
There
Probably
is-
one in Newcastle.
There's
I'd say.
one. No, there is. I looked into this one time. There is one in Cumbria, like replaced, but they were refurbing them all. So it may be the case. This was Christmas time when I looked. So it may be the case now that they're being refurbed.
Yeah, I'd
But,
love to try it. Just
yeah,
for
go.
just for
go. We should go. We should all go. Just
Yeah.
you go and just try it out. And
some people freak out at the idea of that, but because it's got like sort of specific salts in it, doesn't it? That makes it the temperature,
Yeah,
and
so
you literally can't feel it. Once
you
it settles,
float.
you can't feel it. If you don't move, you're just
Mhm.
floating. You can't feel a thing. See,
Yeah.
no sight, no hearing, nothing.
Mhm.
I mean, you can listen to music and stuff, but some people recommend it for your first time.
Yeah.
Just do nothing.
You meditate.
No,
you
I
ever
don't.
never meditate.
In a way, I almost feel like thinking a lot and just having time to yourself is
Mhm.
a way of meditating. Because
I suppose in some aspect it is. Yeah, it's one way of doing it.
I'm not against it. I've just never.
Yeah. I sometimes meditate.
like-
If I'm totally stressed, I'll meditate.
Yeah.
Just sit there and put my hands like this and just
I sometimes
close my eyes, man.
because life is
Yeah.
busy and you've always got a lot of stuff to. Sometimes if I'll start
Yeah.
writing down what all the stuff that I've got to do, got to do this, got to do that,
Yeah.
then I've got to do this, I'll do that. Then I start I'll say, well, that's not important. I'll cross
Yeah.
that off. That can be done next week. And I'll
Right.
just whittle it down to like 2 or 3. And I'll go, right, I'll do one of them now.
Mhm.
Then I've only got 2. Just
Uh-huh.
kind of, otherwise things build up and you just
Yeah.
you get stressed and you go, but you could sort this out. Just do a
Constantly
couple of them
thinking.
now,
Yeah.
even if you don't want to. Just do them,
Uh-huh.
and then you've got less to do tomorrow.
There was one time when I meditated, and it sounds fucking ridiculous. I told my mum about this and my dad, and they're like, "This is the biggest load of shit I've ever heard." But I found Zen one time.
Where was he?
Asda. I was
He was getting strawberries.
get some cream with them
The
bad boys,
Coca-Cola.
man. And oh god, Coca-Cola. I love Coke.
Actually, yeah, now that you mention it, his first ever appearance on the show in the
Yeah.
photograph, like episode number 2 or whatever it is,
Yeah.
there's a bottle of Coke.
I almost, you know what? I almost brought another bottle tonight because I felt weird not bringing one. And
Yeah.
I thought I gotta just stick to my water.
Yeah, this is in the public forum, so people would call you out on your.
Yeah.
Where's this health kick? He's drinking
I know,
Coke.
man. Just
Anyway,
Plain
you
on
found
just-
Zen.
yeah, man. Like it's
What is Zen? What would you? How would you describe it?
silence, just peace,
With yourself.
nothing. But just closing your eyes, right? But your mind's gone. You're thinking about stuff, aren't you? You know what I mean? All that time, little things that come into your mind. Everything goes away.
Yeah.
Everything.
This is like where
It becomes a
the
level playing field.
sensory deprivation tanks allow you to do that
like
as well.
that, and it was the most peaceful, experience I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I've never had anything like it since. I've tried to get to that point.
What was your surroundings? What was the setting?
I was listening to Beach Boys, man.
Were you at home?
I lived in my grandma's house actually for a
okay.
while. I was there. I was listening to Beach Boys, man.
So like lay down with your eyes shut.
I was sitting up,
Right.
and I wasn't asleep. Just everything went. The music went, and it's like you're there, but it's like you just leave your body,
Right.
and there's just nothing. Just the voices stop, and you just have
Interesting.
peace with it's indescribable. I can't even describe it. You know.
This is recently. Oh,
This was I was 22, 23.
Hmm.
But no drug, alcohol comes close to that. You know?
Interesting. Were
Maybe
you, were you trying for that, or did it just come?
No, it just happened, man. But I can't even
How long did it last?
half hour,
Wow.
and I just came around. I wasn't asleep.
No.
I feel I could have moved at any point. I would have come back to it, but you feel like you just leave your body and you I don't know. I can't describe where you are.
Wow.
Just everything goes. Just everything. It's just this feeling of inner peace with the universe. You become one with the universe, you know.
And I think it's more importantly with yourself,
That's it.
because
That's the thing.
like with the sensory deprivation tanks, it's like even your thoughts, or even like if you can hear sounds or if you can see things, it's a distraction.
Yeah,
Like, when have you ever been able to think without any sensory input?
exactly.
Doesn't
right.
happen.
You're always
So it's going to be a new experience that's going to probably make it change you a little bit, I think. Allow you to think.
I'm going to
thoughts.
look into them tanks there.
Yeah, if you find them, we'll do them.
Try it. Yeah.
We'll do a
I think
podcast.
I think it's like from the tanks, live in the tanks.
We'll do it before and we'll do it after.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, there must be some around here. I'll be well up for that.
But yeah, just like I think anyone can meditate, you know. Like I never had any guides or I just sat there and just practiced, you know. I just sit there and listen
Yeah.
to some music on and stuff.
Music's a good one for
The
that.
Beach
as well.
Boys is always a big help.
Of course,
With
of course.
Brian Wilson, man.
So your other band,
Yeah.
Pulverizer.
Uh-huh.
So you were in them a long time ago.
17. I'd left school. I was in the middle of doing a media course in college. And I was looking for a band, and there was 4 intimidated-looking thrash guys who I'd always see around town. And Alex, my brother, knew one of them, who was Marc, and they were looking for a new vocalist. And I got asked down to go and practice, and they were in Scott's Storage, in the attic of Scott's Storage.
Right.
And yeah, I was terrified, man. You know what I mean? Because they were a lot older than me. I felt they're not that much older than me, but in my mind they were, because
Well, but at that age, even a few years makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
yeah, but they all had houses,
Yeah.
long-term
You're
girlfriends,
just a child.
jobs. I was playing Nintendo, so that's where
That was
I
my
was.
main worry in life.
Yeah, that and wrestling.
Yeah.
And that was you know, and girlfriends. Yeah, you do stuff with them and whatever, but your mates are more important at that point.
So
know?
you auditioned and you just went from there?
Yeah, that was it. And we jammed and we played. We never did any shows. We did that for about 4 or 5 months.
What, did the band... You left the band, or did the band
I
just
left.
stop?
I left.
Okay.
It's not. I got on with them all really well. I got on with them fine, but I wasn't.
You weren't ready for it yet?
Yeah, I wasn't. I felt under pressure. They didn't put me under pressure, but I put myself under pressure.
Right.
And I felt really out of my comfort zone because I'd always played with Alex and bands and stuff.
Do you maybe feel it was too advanced a setting for you at that time?
I was too young.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
too young. You know, I had.
You probably need to be a band with other people who it's their first band of the same
Yeah,
age, like most people do.
I'd been in bands, but was always close friends and people
Yeah.
who were my age. And then at the end of the practice, they would maybe go. The Canadian sports bar would be open at the time. I couldn't get in. I had a baby face with peroxide hair.
Yeah, the venues are like, this is 18 only. Oh, the singer can't come
I
in.
wasn't getting in there. And I remember I went round to Marc's house, and he had an arcade machine in his house, and I was like playing Outrun on it. He had Outrun on it,
brilliant.
on this arcade machine. I was like banging on the floor in this upstairs apartment, and his girlfriend at the time came through and like shouted at me for like banging on the floor because I had neighbours below. I remember being really butthurt about that, like, oh man, I feel terrible. You know, I think I left after that actually.
Yeah, but you weren't doing it on purpose. All you got to do was apologise and say, sorry.
I was just having a good time.
Yeah.
Just having a really good time, but
So, have they done much since then? Since
they
then,
pretty much
when you-
jacked after I finished. They couldn't get another vocalist, and they just thought, you know what? this isn't going anywhere, you know what I mean? So they all finished for years. And then it was really when Marc formed Clunch Destroyer with Bellos and Dom that the ball started to roll again with Pulverizer, and the rumblings started that they were going to reform.
Right.
And they reformed when it was in Newcastle, actually.
Right.
So 2 years ago. And I was living in Newcastle. I didn't expect to be asked back, to be honest. I wasn't bothered, you know, like they got someone else. So I was like, I left anyways, so you know, whatever. And they got Bellos on vocals, who's obviously singer of Clunch Destroyer and State Control. He's a brilliant frontman, by the way. Like, to me, Bellos is like, and I've said this to him, he's like Joe Strummer.
What's
he's
his
like,
actual name?
Matthew Bell.
All right.
He's like Joe Strummer, man. He's like the Joe Strummer of Carlisle. I think of that guy in such high regard because he's so true to himself and punk. He's punk to the fucking core, man. Like, there was some shit he got asked to go on a punk documentary on BBC.
All right.
You know, and he's like, I'm not doing it purely on the grounds of all that fucking shit with Savile and you covered all this stuff up and all that. And I thought fucking rock and roll, man, to do that. That was
Turn down the beeb.
Just turn down the BBC. I thought that was fucking amazing, man. I'd seen him when he was a kid. Like, the police would like try and not intimidate him, but you know, like when you maybe go up on a night out and the police would start asking you questions. And he knew his rights, man, from when he was 15, 16. He's like, I'm not saying anything to you because I don't have to. And that was just impressive, man, to see. I'd never really been around anyone like I was older than him.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So I think a lot of Bellos. But Bellos is a very busy individual. He's busy with State Control and Clunch Destroyer, and he's got a Scars. Is it Scars on Broadway? Is there a band called Scars? They're like a System of a Down tribute band anyways. And he's doing that as well. So he didn't have time to commit to Pulverizer. Right. So he stepped aside, which was fair enough. And I was obviously doing Bosen, and I've been recording with Davey as well, who was in Hellion Rising. Yeah. And Marc messaged me out of the blue. And he said, hey, look, you know, it hasn't worked out with Bellos. Do you want to come down and jam? And I was just at a point in my life where if an opportunity comes to me, you pick up the gauntlet and you run with it. And I thought, fuck yeah, well, why not? You know what I mean? So I went down. And it was like 11 years was yesterday. It was so strange.
Like 11 years later, the next day.
It was weird. And we all said that when we were standing there. It's like...
Yeah.
Because I've known them all over. We've been friends all over. He's Chris Timms, who's the drummer of the band. The band after Pulverizer, he was the drummer in the band with Alex and me. So I'd played with him in the band then as like a different band. But having all of us together again in Pulverizer, but 11 years later was surreal. It's like, would you believe that time ago that would be back in this, not similar room, not the same room, and so much had happened, but so much hadn't as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the old saying? The more things change, the more things stay the same. Is that what? And it is like that, very much like that. And we get on brilliantly. We just have a laugh, and it's just straight up thrash. 2 3-minute tunes.
The name sounds like extreme death metal when I first saw it. I said it's gotta be Pulverizer.
It's like
I was expecting
Bay Area thrash, Exodus, municipal. Well, not municipal of that time. So it'd be like Violence and Testament, Megadeth, Anthrax, Hyrax.
Yeah, Hyrax.
Them kind of bands. And
different vocally for you or not?
Yeah, it's up in East Standard. I haven't been in a band in East Standard since I was 16, 15. So it's weird going back to that because I'm used to singing drop D and C, drop C. And believe me, I'm not very good with the whole tunings and knowing where I am. But if I hear something, I know where I am. But I couldn't just do an E now.
Right.
Do you know? I'm not musically trained out. But it's been brilliant vocally.
How long has you been back with them?
Since February, March, maybe.
You done any gigs yet?
31st of August.
Oh, it's with them. All right, yeah.
So it's come around really quick.
So where are they material-wise?
We've pretty much got an album, bro. Right. I mean, the stuff from I came in, I could remember some of it from then.
Right, cool.
From 11 years, I could remember the hooks. I couldn't remember all the lyrics, but I could remember like the hooks. You know what I mean? Like the parts and some of the lyrics. So I basically rewrote everything. So I'm at a stage with that now where sometimes I still have to read it on paper. Like I know all my parts, I know all my cues, I know when I'm coming in, but it's just remembering the lyrics because with like really fast thrashing, you're spitting stuff out 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You've got so much to fucking remember.
Yeah.
It's like Lord of the Rings, but on one sheet. You know what I mean?
I always say there's a lot less breath in the fast metal, thrash metal.
Yeah.
No time to breathe.
So
the last thing you want is them to speed it up as well.
Yeah, right. Doesn't that always happen live though?
Quite often. It depends. Sometimes it does. It's usually the drummer's fault.
Yeah, the drummer gets into it, or he's had too much to drink, and then you go on like the fucking clap.
Sometimes there's a guitar player, because
Like
if it starts on a riff and he's playing it too fast, all the drummer can do is just come in with it.
Do you not miss playing live?
Not so far.
Really?
I do a little bit, but I've not felt like, oh man, I really want to get back out there. It just hasn't happened yet.
Wow.
I thought it would.
Yeah.
I thought it's been 2 years now.
Have you been to any gigs? Have you seen many
A handful, but not really. No, I've completely dropped out for the most part.
Wow.
And I didn't think that would happen.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen, but maybe if I start going to more shows, it'll make me want to do it again.
I think you'll have a moment. There'll be something.
Probably.
You'll be doing something.
Yeah.
My moment was I was making a sandwich listening to Whitesnake. And I was listening to 1987. I'm like, oh man, I fucking love this album. And just from then, I went up and I listened to all my records. I got all my records out because I hadn't listened to my records in a while.
I was gonna mention that you got back into like doing vinyl and stuff. Listening to vinyl.
Fully back into it now.
Did you go out and buy a load of?
Yeah,
I saw a video of you just like going through them all. I've got this, got this, got this.
Yeah, I always used to go to Vimto in the music box in Carlisle.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
I'll give you the crack about.
Does that ring any bells to you?
Music box, yeah. It was a very strange shop.
Yeah, man. So basically, it's kind of moved out away from this field of things now. But back in the day, it was records, T-shirts, drug paraphernalia, legal highs, stickers, bongs, anything like that. And then because of laws and legal highs and all that, they had to move out of that. So it's just purely music now and DVDs and maybe sell bongs and stuff, grinders and stuff, but no legal highs or anything like that. But I've always went to him from when I was about 40. I bought one of my second band top I ever bought. I bought from Music Box. It was a Pantera one.
Awesome.
You know, the first one was a shitty Guns N' Roses one, which everybody had.
Yeah.
From Virgin Megastores or wherever it was. Or it could have been our price or something. It was years ago, and then I'd went down there and I bought a knockoff Pantera one. I think it could have been a fucking power metal top. It was that much of a
wow.
knockoff. It was just like the colours were all wrong, and they all had the wrong colour hair and shit.
Someone did a poor Photoshop job,
love
put on a
that
T-shirt. But yeah, no, I've only got a little bit of vinyl. I keep saying I'm going to get back into it, but I never have.
It's a great hobby, and if
you got a lot of vinyl now, then
loads more than my CDs, man. I mean, I've got them.
CDs are on the way out.
Dead.
They must be.
Oh yeah, it's a dead format.
Who's buying CDs now? Who?
Even I don't anymore, man. Even I got to Newcastle. Well, I had money troubles in Newcastle, so I had to stop. So I was like, I will have to bow and get Spotify because I have no money. You know what I mean? So I got the monthly one of that. But CDs is a dead format for now, I think.
Yeah, like nothing has CD. Like
cars,
laptops,
no
PCs, cars. Yeah, no CD playing by default. So. Like, cars must be the last main place where people would listen to CDs.
Yeah, even now the new cars, man, don't have
them. So that's just going to drop off.
Rachel got a new Twingo, and I was like, "Whoa, where's the CD player? Doesn't have one."
It's got Bluetooth and a jack.
That's it. But then my granddad, I'm so glad he got to do this, but he bought like this fucking ridiculously flash Mercedes like the month before he died. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it." And even that didn't have a CD player in it.
Oh, right.
It could steer itself. It could tell you if there was shit in front of it and all this, and that had like drink fucking whole dispensers, heated seats. It didn't have a fucking CD player though.
It's not a requirement anymore. Not necessary.
Yeah, that's totally jogged my memory talking about that. But there's footage of Muhammad Ali or a picture of him in the 60s actually, because it'll be the Sonny Liston fight. It's going up to the Sonny Liston fight. Is building up the promo of that fight. I'm sure that guy had a fucking record player in his car, man, in his dash. Can you imagine you go over a bump or something? You hit a bottle, it skips. It's like, what a nightmare.
I think I've heard of people doing that. It doesn't sound very practical,
It's
but
crazy, man. But sorry, I'm going off on a tangent there.
It's
But
fine.
CD is, it'll come back. These things are reciprocal.
I don't know if it will.
I think it will, man.
The only
honestly.
place I could see it living is for bands at gigs.
Yeah,
Because I can't see vinyl doesn't really hold up in that environment because it'll just get.
it's too expensive.
Well, it's too expensive.
it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
They're quite fragile as well, aren't they?
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah, a lot of the modern
Drunk
ones.
people buying them at gigs. It doesn't.
I don't like the modern vinyls.
Do you know?
They're too thick. And a lot of the players I've had, the needles just don't they bounce off them. They just skip. They don't even scratch. It skips. I don't know what it is, but it's something about because they're heavy duty. They're 180 grams now. I think the old vinyls were like 70, 80 grams, so they weigh a lot more. They're more durable, of course. They're going to last longer. But I've had issues with needles. I bought a brand. I love the Ramones. Right? The Ramones is one of my favorite bands. I bought the first album by the Ramones, and I bought Leave Home on vinyl, and I bought...
Are these all official releases by them?
Yeah, for Rhino.
Right.
So there'll be the 180 gram reissues, and all of them did the same. They put the needle on, listen to rock, rock, rock away, sit on the bubble gum. It's like just skips, like goes from the chorus verse. You're like, fuck. So I maybe need a better player, really.
So older players don't match up with newer releases.
I don't think so.
Right.
Maybe that's just something I've
Did
had a
you
problem
see?
with.
We had a couple of guys on from a record store in Barrow.
I remember seeing something. Yeah, I remember.
Well, they were saying that a lot of what the modern bands fall short on is they're putting digital music onto converted to vinyl. That doesn't work.
Absolutely, it doesn't work.
It's not. It's not.
No.
It's some aspect that might be all they can afford to do, but it doesn't. It's not as authentic.
It's so because obviously like vinyl's in an analog format. So if you want the best, you have to record analog. But where can you record fucking analog? Really? You go any studio, they're not gonna have
tapes.
Reel to
Reel to reel. No, it's too. Even that's too expensive now.
You can't
because you have to
do
sort
it.
of specifically get it made.
It's out of production.
I'd love to record that way though. It would be so good. Get some guy cutting your tape together.
I tell you a story, right? The first EP that we ever recorded, like it was my brother's band Sonified, and we recorded out of Brampton, right? And it was when digital was first coming in. And this guy was like, he's like a dinosaur when it came to like fucking on the desk. So he bought this big muckle desk, digital. He had an analog one next to it, but he didn't have any screens. He didn't have anything like this. You know what I mean? So he would literally do old school, write it on paper, right? So when we were recording with him, I wish I kick myself for this. When we were recording, he gave us the option to record reel to reel, and it was gonna cost like 3 times as much or whatever. It was gonna be like 400 quid. Should have done it. Just should have done it for the experience of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's not many people that can say they've done it these days.
I didn't know. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought I'm not recording that shit. We could get pissed for fucking 400 quid. We could have a massive party at the room. And
thing is though, with analog, there's no escape because you're gonna have to. The takes have to be proper. You have to do it. If you fuck up, you start again. You've wasted some tape.
Yeah,
and they have to cut the best parts together to make.
Is that what they have to do?
Yeah, so that's why I have a lot more respect for older musicians who did recorded stuff pre-digital. No short, even vocals. There was no auto tune.
One take.
These takes were, I think, like early 90s. That's the last albums that were like that. Like Nevermind, Black Album.
Yeah,
all the grunge stuff was all done authentic.
I know, it's impressive.
It was like mid 90s, 95, 96 when you started hearing records that were done digitally.
I wouldn't pass if we're in the 50s recording. No way they would put a fucking vinyl out with me singing on it.
You say that though, but it just makes you a lot better because you've just got to get it right. So they spent obviously that time in the studio, but just keep doing it till you get it right.
Yeah, like
it's a lot more pressure, so you prepare for it better.
Yeah.
Whereas if now you can I'll just delete that, I'll do it again. Delete that, I'll do it again.
Yeah, it's too easy.
I've got one really good bit there. Just copy and paste that. Which, if late 90s, early 2000s, a lot of albums just cut and paste. Like take Say Anger.
Oh yeah,
that was their first album that was done completely Pro Tools.
Should have done it in Windows
and
Media Player, man.
All the songs fell victim to cut and paste. Like some of the takes you could tell are the same, some of the vocal takes are the same, but also they've padded the songs out by cutting and pasting. So for me, all the songs could have ended on about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And it would have been much better. But they've added another verse, another chorus just by cut and paste.
Now, do you think this is down to, say, Bob Rock's inexperience at the time with Pro Tools?
And them just getting, like, it was a novelty. Oh, just cut and paste. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, this was a good thing. But now, no one would do that now. But it was like a new toy, sort of, at the time.
Do you think it's amazing to reflect on it and think, I mean, they were a train wreck at that point in a lot of respects, that they even got an album out. Like, I mean, like, you watch that documentary and that's like I think that you're looking through the keyhole. You're not getting the full story. So, I mean, it must have been even worse than that.
You're getting more than you probably get with any other band.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen another documentary about a band that's as open and as raw.
No.
Have you seen Some Kind of Monster, the documentary?
No.
It's
pretty interesting.
It's one of those things where you go, I cannot believe that they've actually let this go out.
Yeah.
But in a way, it kind of worked because with the therapy sessions, they kind of reset themselves, didn't they?
Did you hear the story
Reconnected.
about him? He needed therapy after that.
The therapist.
Did you hear that? No.
I did hear that, yeah.
Shit, man. The guy who gave them therapy
Phil Toll or whatever it
was that fucked up after that. He's like, I gotta go. I gotta get some help, man. I'm like, I'm going crazy.
I did hear that. I don't know whether it was true or not, but I had heard that.
It was true. I'm sure Mustaine, like, it shouldn't joke about things like that, to be honest, but, these things happen. But the part in that film which always got me the most was when they're talking to Jason Newsted. He's like, we are Metallica and we need a therapist.
Yeah, I mean,
we can't just talk about this.
The decisions we've made, the millions of trillions of dollars we've spent, and decisions about millions of people, and like, how come we cannot get over this? How? It doesn't make any sense. And in a way, he was right, but James had a lot of issues that needed to be dealt with.
It was alcohol, was it?
Yeah.
Was he an alcoholic or something?
Yeah. Probably, I think it was painkillers or some kind of. Classed as drugs, but it wasn't like cocaine or anything.
Elvis was like that.
Yeah, but he had to go away, and he didn't know if he was going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But it needed to be done. But I always thought Saint Anger made a lot more sense after watching that film.
Yeah,
like I got the album a bit more.
It captures the crazy era that they're going through,
and all the themes in the songs, like "Shoot Me Again."
Sweet Amber.
"Shoot Me Again" is about the whole Napster thing. The shots that they took.
Yeah.
About that, I mean, some of the lyrics. There's a scene where they're sort of writing it, aren't they? It's like,
really?
What difference did I/we actually make?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like open-ended questions.
He did Invisible Kid. Was that about his upbringing? That his dad was a trucker and he was always his mum died. Did she have cancer?
When he was like 12 or something.
I can't even imagine what that's like. A kid going through something.
He's never written a better song against his parents other than "Die As Eve," though. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
you can just because they had to separate all the tracks when Guitar Hero came along.
Mm-hmm.
So people started putting the separate tracks online. So if you get the vocal take on that, Jesus Christ!
What do you think about the rumor and innuendo that Jim Martin from Faith No More had some influence on that album? Did you ever hear about that?
I did
do you
hear
think there's
about
any
that.
truth?
Probably not. I think he was around, but I don't think he was.
Yeah.
I don't think Hetfield nor open the door to anybody when shit's going down.
Because from what I gather, his departure from Faith No More was a lot to do with him, because they were recording in the same building, on the same street or something, and he spent more time over there than he was with Faith No More, recording. And Mike Patton was like, "Well, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
it's like, we need you here. Like, don't be fucking around with them. What are you doing, man?" And he jacked over that or something. Or he ended up writing scores for pornography. yeah, like just fuck.
How random is that?
And porn used to have those freaky little jigs to it and shit, man. Like in the 90s. And
I don't think many people noticed the music.
There's no music in porn now, is there? It's all that gonzo shit, whatever they call it.
You got 70s music. It's brilliant.
Pianos, man. They used to have... Wow. They had awards for them guys, man. That what is it?
Come on, so that was somebody's job, was to write music for that. They need to be recognised.
Yeah, right. A Woody is the Woody.
Yeah.
And
that is the perfect name for it as well, isn't it?
It's like a statue of it's like the Oscars statue, but it's got a big dick. Like the guy, huge erection coming out of it.
That's brilliant.
And there's the VMAs one, the AV. I don't know.
The VMAs is the Video Music Awards.
What is it?
It'll be
the adult video AV.
It might be the AVAs.
Something like that. Yeah. I know too much about that shit, man.
Is porn music a dying job then?
It's extinct, man.
If there's no music in porn anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Those.
Yeah, it's like
do those companies even make big production films anymore?
No, because when porn went gonzo, man. When they started shooting porn like POV, you know, like obviously like the guy like holding the camera, or someone, the old setup of porn died. Because it'd be like a stage setup and whatever. And
it must have gotten to the point where they were just they know that they're making this for it to go free online.
Yeah.
So where do they make their money? I don't understand.
Porn will make its money a lot of advertisement. You know, like a lot of these free sites will probably advertise things.
Yeah, advertise, I suppose,
They'll
a lot.
advertise.
Didn't I read a few years ago when was it RedTube?
Yeah.
One of them became like one of the main places where people used to go. So somebody bought the advertising down the side when it wasn't that expensive, and just pimped their music album. So they could sell their album. They made millions. They made absolute millions.
What an amazing way to like. That is.
So it was getting loads of hits, and they'd made so much money off that.
Great. I think a lot of people will still subscribe to porn. I think
older people might.
Yeah, I think there's still a market for like people.
I think
paying
that
for
model.
pornography.
You're not going to get younger people coming up now who'd suddenly start. I think I'll start paying for it. I can get it for free now.
It depends how much of a fiend you are, I suppose. If you're not getting that much of a, you're not getting your fix.
I don't see why you would need, unless you had some specific niche that you were into that this channel would do that you'd have to pay for. Fair enough, I suppose. Whatever floats your boat.
Recommendations.
Yeah. I
guess based on your recent searches.
This company would be just right for you.
You watch this, you may like this video.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, right.
It just seems
I'm not speaking for myself.
It just seems like a complete Wild West now. Like there's no standard.
Well,
anymore.
everyone has a camera. Everybody, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with music, same thing with movies, same with everything. There's no longer this
huge conglomerates anymore.
Filter as such, you know, with the music industry. These old guys smoking cigars would be the filter of you're gonna make it, you're not. Now
they're no longer the guys who make the most important decisions anymore.
Same with any industry.
It's totally had the guts ripped out of it, hasn't it?
Oh,
music industry.
Every entertainment.
Yeah, pretty much. Movies, because movies you would have thought almost would have been as much trouble as music, because but people still like to go to the cinema.
Yeah.
So that's still a market.
You wonder how they got it right, and the music industry didn't. I think the movie industry got it right because they knuckled down on it. You know, they really came down on people copyrighting and pirating and stuff.
Yeah, it became illegal a lot sooner, and they got on the ball.
The music industry saw the problem long before it became an epidemic, and they did with Napster and stuff.
Well, I think it goes back to what you said.
Sean Fanning, who developed Napster, they knew about it. I watched an interview with a guy he was the head of Capitol Records, and I think they were reissuing the Beatles albums in the early 2000s. And he was having his lunch break, and one of his interns came in with a new MP3 player, which was new at the time, and he had Beatles tracks in it. And the executive of Capitol was like, "Oh, what's this thing you got?" It's like, "Oh, it's great, MP3. I've downloaded it off this website." He's like, "Well, show me." And he saw you could download it for free, and that executive was like, "I knew we were dead in the water as soon as I saw that. I knew." He's just like, "The cat's out the bag. It's out the fucking bag. It's too late." You know what I mean? So if they got it before that, if they knew what Fanning was doing before that, then. But they were complacent.
I always thought they did know, but they just didn't think. I don't think they realised what it was. They don't like there wasn't enough experiences like that where they were showed how easy it was. Because if they had, surely they would have done something about it. Because they're so bothered about the bottom line and making dollars that they would have been on that shit. Like that's why it's Apple, a computer company, that controls it, not a record company.
Of course.
If they'd been on the ball, surely record companies would be in charge of all that now.
Yeah.
Not Apple.
Right. Yeah.
So that kind of tells you everything you need to know about how much they buried their head in the sand.
Do you think it's slowly getting better now with things like Apple Music and Spotify?
I think we're just getting used to it.
Yeah.
More people are getting on board. I think maybe with people having conversations like this all over the world, that people are sort of would feel guilty about downloading stuff for free.
Yeah.
Like I don't get anything for free anymore.
No.
Like obviously Spotify, pay £10 a month, so I get all my music that way. I buy the odd CD if I go to a gig, just to support the band. But other than that, the only way to support a band is to buy their physical product CDs and T-shirts. But
I think it's when you see bands folding as well, like really good bands. It's criminal, man. Yeah, it's criminal. Like, if I ever think, like, if the industry does pick up again in 20 years, everyone will look back on this time like, God, what an amazing era, but damn, why weren't they fucking signed? It'll become like, I think it'll almost become like legendary in a way. No one will make money off it, but it'll become very much like the punk scene in America of the early 80s, say Black Flag and Bad Brains and Minor Threat, where they didn't make a lot of money, but they had massive influence over modern music. It could be something like that where people look back on it.
The only difference now is there's so many more bands. There's such a sea
everyone's in a band, aren't they?
But it's easier for people to make money and make demos and decent recordings of music at their home studio.
Yeah.
There's such a sea of endless band after endless band, whereas back in the day, there really wasn't that many.
No, it was the filter.
And you had a much greater chance of being picked up by even a smaller label, but who still had a big impact.
Yeah.
Where
you're guaranteed.
You don't even think about record labels now, do you? You wouldn't if you were starting from scratch.
No,
I don't think it would be even at the top of your list. Or then we do this, then we get signed.
I'm old school in the way that I want to get signed, but it's a very naive way because I know the realities of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of just fooling myself.
There are some really good independent labels out there who can help bands, and all they really need is financial support to go to a professional recording studio, do a really good video, or you need like a pot of cash to like get loads of merch done before you go on tour, and then pay all that back from the money that you make while you're on tour. Small things like that.
I always wish, right, that in music, the music industry treat the musicians like the wrestling industry treats the wrestlers. Because in the wrestling industry, everybody's got each other's back, man. Everybody help each other out. You know what I mean? You do favors for people. You put people over to put you over. Find in music and in metal and rock, it can be very elitist.
Yeah.
Where bands they dislike each other for stupid reasons.
Because they got some gig that they thought they would deserve or something.
And it's like, if that could just go and everyone could just put away these stupid things, the ball, and everybody, just say it's one big boulder for everybody, it would roll so much better. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone's getting in the way of it.
Maybe maybe I'm wrong.
No, in a way you're right. In a way you're right. But that's always been there. But yeah, it does hold. It can hold, like, especially smaller scenes. It can hold it back. Just a lot of division and bickering and elitism.
That's what it is. But just like some people, I like thrash and I don't like anything else.
The team. It goes back to the team mentality, doesn't it? Like, that's you like that, so but I like this, so I'm not going to go to that gig and support that band because they're not my team.
I was like that back in the day, though. Like when I started listening to like heavy metal. I was just like thrash or die. You know what I mean?
But you get more diverse as you get older.
You meet people and you change. You meet different people and you realize, hey, this guy's just like me, but he's an MC, he raps. Oh, this guy, he's a reggae artist, but he's on the same page. We're on the same page. You know what I mean?
I always do try and be a bit more eclectic with music. Like I use Spotify a lot for like different types of playlists. Like sometimes I've typed in like reggae. Just put that on just because I feel like I should expose myself to.
Right, yeah.
And the curated playlist in Spotify are brilliant because it's like a really diverse selection of whatever you're looking for. You know what I mean? And I never would have been able to do that before.
There's a side of Spotify which no one talks about, or maybe they do talk about, but guilty pleasures, man. Everybody has guilty pleasures they go to more than they maybe should.
I used to call it that, but I don't feel guilty about listening to stuff. So
have you got some?
Like I've got a playlist. Stuff like I don't know how I came across it in the first place, but there's a song off, I think it may be the first Girls Aloud album. It's a deep cut though, so it's not a single.
Yeah.
It's called
like a B-side or something. Or like...
It was on the album. It was like one of the last tracks.
Really?
I looked it up. I was like, where's this song come from? Why is it? I can't even remember how I got exposed to it.
Yeah.
But I think it's called Life Got Cold. It was never a single. It doesn't fit the typical,
I'm going to listen to that.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the typical format of a pop song, but that's kind of must have been why I liked it. Do you know what I mean?
So it's like one of them.
That's one of them. I'm trying to think what else. There's quite a lot of like chilled out music that's in this playlist. Like I don't know why I like this, but I do. So I'm just gonna add it to this. And if I feel like this is something different, I'll just put it on.
Awesome, man.
I'll have a look. No.
I sometimes go like a lot of 80s stuff. You know, you had
80s like pop stuff. 80s pop.
You had Tarzan Boy.
Right.
Sometimes listen to Tarzan Boy, man. Get some Madonna on, like 80s Madonna. Some Kylie.
Yeah.
I liked all that shit because my mom liked it, though. I'd wake up when I'm on, fucking Kylie would be blasting around the house. It's just, I think it's nostalgia, man. Do you know what I mean?
My playlist is called WTF.
So what's in it?
Why do I like the song Happy by Pharrell Williams? I love that song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I don't know why.
You know, CeeLo Green passed up on that some shit.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
I bet he's hating himself now, man. It's like Hulk Hogan with George Foreman Griller, man. It was going to be the Hogan Griller.
Yeah.
And he got the fucking...
I do remember reading that, yeah.
The popcorn machine or something. He's like, I made a terrible decision with the fucking popcorn machine.
Britney Spears passed on Umbrella.
Really?
That was initially wrote for Britney Spears, you know, that annoying song. It was number one for like 6 months.
Yeah.
But she's passed on it, and Rihanna got it.
Wow. Just shows you, doesn't
What else is on it? Coldplay, a song called Don't Panic.
Is that after Scientist? Is that after the first album?
Parachutes.
I don't know anything that goes past that first
actually, another Coldplay song called Life in Technicolor 2.
I'll tell you something interesting about Coldplay. I remember reading this statistic, right? Say if you're single and you go on a date with somebody, right? If the person you're on the date with, if they're like a Nirvana fan, you're probably going to score that night. You're going to get lucky and you're going to fuck them, right? That's the scientifically proven this. You know what I mean? Studies. If they like Coldplay, that's their favorite band. You're getting none. You're gonna have to play the long ball with that shit. You know what I mean? So if they like Nirvana, you're gonna have a good time.
What else is on here? Life Got Cold. That's what it's called.
You got any Vanilla Ice on there, man?
No.
Bit of Ice Ice Baby.
Drinking in LA by Bran Van 3000.
Who?
You never heard that song before? I can't play it because we'll get taken down.
Oh, really?
A song called I Like Birds by the Eels, but I like birds.
Yeah, man. I like sometimes working out too, man. I get some of the Van Damme movie music on like the Kickboxer theme track or the music from Predator or some shit. Or
what do you find? What is best for workout music?
Whatever the mood, man. Listen to Joe Rogan. Put Joe Rogan on sometimes. Train Joe Rogan. Movie soundtracks. Slayer's a good one. Slayer's fucking great. You know what I mean?
For me, it's like a bit of that, but mainly heavy metal is the one that gets me like pumped up.
Man. Rocky. The Rocky 4 soundtrack's one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm going CD, vinyl, tape. I love that, man. Rap, gangster rap. You know, Tupac. Not P Diddy. What's he called? P Master? Master P. He's like a guy from the 90s. Everyone forgets about Slick Rick. I like rap. I like old school rap. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into that for like Biggie Smalls and stuff like that.
Oh, so I saw not that long ago you put something about you almost had a day in Scotland, but then you forgot that you had 2 exams.
Yeah, what was that? Yeah, oh god. So Rach was meeting her friends from Sweden. They were coming over to Edinburgh.
Right.
So I was off that day. I was like, oh, fucking amazing. We'll book a hotel. We'll go booking the train tickets. And it was literally the day. Or did we book the hotel? I can't remember if we booked the hotel or not, kind of thing. But I got to the day, like the morning or whatever, or the night before. I was like, oh, shit. Because I'm doing my wagon test right now, like wagon driving.
Oh, right, okay.
I thought, I've got my theory today. So I had to call up, oh, by the way, I can't go now. You know, like you drop someone like totally. So she had to go on her own. She had this fantastic day drinking fucking Prosecco and cocktails, and I was sweating my ass off.
Screw you, Adam.
Yeah, I was sweating my ass off in the at the Pearson's driving test centre in Carlisle.
Oh, God.
2 exams in a row. I had a theory to do.
Did you pass them, though?
Yeah, I passed them.
That's all right.
Did a theory test and the a hazard perception one.
Driving wagons, there's another loner job.
Yeah. I know.
Even more thinking time.
I'm going to be tramping, man. Yeah, seriously. Like,
Stay in the cab.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Try that and then work the band around that. You know what I mean? See what happens. That's a little bit of a scary thought, actually.
It's always terrified me, the thought of doing that. Like,
really? There's a part of me, right, which is like, I'm really eager to do it. But in any job, any change in life, it changes the chemistry of everything. Every mix, you have to figure everything else out in your life again. Like when I started doing the buses and the coaches, I had to work out how to do the band around that. With the wagons, the likelihood is I'm going to be away quite a lot, so I need to figure out a way how I can do the music around that. Yeah. But there's a way, I always think where there's a will, there's a way, and what's meant for you in life, it won't pass you by. Yeah. Really firm believer of that.
And you can always try, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just another skill that you've added to your skill set.
Like, if all goes horribly wrong, I'll just go into porn. You know what I mean?
I'll write some porn scores.
Yeah, right. There's always work in that shit, you know what I mean?
You'll have to become a multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah. What would you do if everything just hit rock bottom and you're like, oh man, like I'm like totally like...
I don't know. I don't have any like...
You never think about
skills. Yeah, I've thought about it before, but I don't have like... I'm shit at DIY. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even put a shelf up, I don't think.
I always had these plans. If things go fucking like terribly wrong, everything nosedives, I'll either be a monk over in Thailand, or I'll join the Foreign Legion, or I'll just join the normal army, or I'll be like fucking Kane from Kung Fu and just walk around the world like fucking trying to help people out and fight people and all that kind of shit. So like a glitzy vagrant, you know what I mean? Like.
So I see you've been like driving various fancy cars.
Yeah. I had a little mini.
I'm just throwing random questions at him,
like,
and he's just
like a Mini Cooper, you know. Yeah. Like I had that, like I was just like borrowing it essentially, you know what I mean, for a while. That was turbocharged. That was a pocket rocket. That thing
it's faster than it looks.
Terrible. I've just got my Dacia back now. I'm Sandero, so it's like back to 29 miles an hour over. But that was great. And then my granddad passed away, but that Mercedes I was talking about earlier.
Ah, right, that's what it was.
Like my dad's got that now, so you know, occasionally.
Get me on that shit.
Take it out, man. You know, I'd love it, man, but I can't afford it. You know, I thought about buying it, but it was 40 grand to a car. You know what I mean?
Who has that kind of cash lying about?
There's only these Mercedes AMGs, but I'm so glad that my granddad got that before he passed. You know what I mean?
It's obviously something he really wanted to do. Just do it.
Yeah,
go for it. Like most things in life,
really.
If you can do it, do it.
Yeah, man. Tell you an interesting story, actually. It's like I actually nailed him in the coffin, man. Not like, you know, like the, you know, you put the lid on. Yeah, man, like seriously.
Wow. I've carried a couple, but I've never done that.
Well, we were down at the, you know, the funeral home when he was, you know, in state. And we just kind of said it on a whim to the woman. Do you know what I mean? Just on a whim. We were like, okay, like, thinking that she wouldn't go along with it, and she just came out, and there you go. I was like, oh shit,
wow.
So we did it, but you just kind of got to make humor of something like that, you know what I mean? Like
it usually comes out that way.
You put it on a lid like, this one's defective, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But yeah, it was just another thing in life, you know what I mean?
Humor normally always comes out in those situations.
It's like just a great. And obviously,
eases tension and stuff, and
shit situation, terrible situation, but it's just a way of kind of get a work
dealing with it. I mean, it's just telling jokes. Even it just can break the tension in a second. Like there could be a big,
absolutely,
not even in that situation, but in most tense situations, if you like with people a working situation where people you don't know, someone cracks a joke, everything's fine.
Of course, right?
Totally changes the sort of atmosphere.
Yeah,
and just goes from there.
Do you find as you get older, you become like harder at stuff, like you're not as sensitive maybe, or you're more, I'm not saying like you don't,
in some respects it
callous,
goes the other way,
but
you become more sensitive to certain things that you didn't give a shit about before, but other aspects, like you're bulletproof. It doesn't bother me anymore. I don't give a shit. I couldn't care less. Like I mean, now for me it's like what other people think, especially people I don't know. Things that would have bothered me, and
don't give a shit. You do come across you were always pretty relaxed anyways, but you really relaxed now.
But
you
like,
know what I mean, like really,
if you put something out online and someone's giving you shit about it, like
you don't care, do you?
No. Did you say that? I was going to say Falling Red. Helene Rising. Sometimes there was one guy who used to give you shit all the time.
Yeah. Can I say his name?
It's your call.
Was he called Chris Sumby?
Was he from around here or was he from over there?
He was from the northeast. He just fucking hated us, man. That dude just for whatever reason, didn't like us. He had a problem with Gio. He had a problem with me. He would always call us out. He said we sucked. He said we were subjective, but
That's his opinion.
Said we were.
But you're always gonna get stuff like that.
He really went out of his way to like just trash us and post shit about us. I was like, I don't even know this guy.
I think I said it last time. It's almost like a compliment though that someone's go that far out of the way. It's dedicate that much of their time.
I think it could be jealousy.
Could be.
I think it could be.
A lot of people are like that though, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely.
If they see like because they didn't do it, so they'll just shit on you for doing it.
A lot of people hate what they aspire to be or whatever.
That gets to the point where that's why I don't care because I've done it.
You don't.
So
yeah.
If someone wants to give me shit for doing something, fine.
Well, that's the best way to be in life. Dave,
but like I didn't used to be like that. That would 10, 15 years ago. That would have really bothered me. Affected my day. Do you know what I mean?
Davey, man, from like Hellion. You know, I am recording with him as well.
Yeah.
So basically, the material, which was becoming the fourth Hellion Rising EP album, we've basically reworked it all. So we're just putting it out as an album, just as a bit of fun. Do you know what I mean? There's no plan to gig it or anything. We're not going to do any shows that they're out. But Davey just, since he left the band, man, he's the most content, peaceful, happy, and he does what he wants, and he doesn't give a fucking shit.
No, it's the best way to be.
Close friends, he keeps them close.
Yeah,
and he was a lot like me in a lot of respects, and that I don't like drama. I can't. I don't have time. If someone comes and like, oh well, this person said this, I don't want to know.
Yeah,
no, it's
exactly.
not. It's not.
You don't need to know. It's just not relevant.
Not that I'm trying to be rude or anything.
No, I know. Yeah, it can come across as rude as well.
Yeah.
Like I really don't care.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to be. Yeah, you kind of have to do that sometimes. Go, I don't care.
Yeah.
This is not really anything to do with me anymore.
Yeah. Man.
Or whatever the situation is. So why are you bringing it to my attention? Or even if you're not, like you see something and you could get involved. Maybe years ago I would have.
Yeah, man.
I'm not. I ain't got time for that shit.
Do you see a lot of your old band members? Do you hear much from them?
Keep in touch. Yeah. Well,
so you still have a crack and whatever.
Yeah.
Still like,
yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's ace, man. That's good.
Gonna have. Actually, I was thinking of. I'll say it on the show. Matty, your drummer, and Steve on.
Yeah.
Have a drummer special.
That would be great. Get them on.
Definitely. Kev, I've been talking to Kev not that long ago.
Yeah.
About coming on. But I need to find like another guitar guy. Oh, do you know who he's very similar to Dean Newton.
Oh, who's that?
We had Dean Newton on he came over. Hoss Thompson. Was it Hoss Thompson? Yeah, came over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
That would be.
Not only does he sound a little bit like Kev, but
Yeah.
they're so guitar-wise, they're so similar, like ridiculously talented.
They're really disciples, you know. They're
So I
playing
think
scholars to the.
I'll get those two on together and have a guitar geek off.
Did you ever get Strange Nocturnal on?
No, I would have though.
We briefly talked. It was like thrown out there.
Is he still?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. He's.
The whole thing is just like a mystery. I suppose we better explain.
I've never even seen him.
No,
I don't.
So it's like a band or / solo artist called Strange Nocturnal.
I don't know, but he's had a lot of shit with a lot of people, and it just goes back.
What's his name?
Dude, I just know him Strange Nocturnal.
George Hayton.
Yes, that's him. Yeah, but like, there's a lot of people who don't like him. I don't really know the full story. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
A few of them have said, you should have him on the podcast. And I would.
I think it's interesting having people just controversial.
Yeah.
I don't just like.
Yeah, I would do that. Or maybe
like
I would
Howard
get
Stern, man. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe I get him and one of his people who's like had a disagreement with him. Get them both on. They're like, no violence.
Could be violence.
As soon as there's violence, the show's over.
You need the handy cams if it goes out into the car park and it becomes
but like, surely
bloody brawl. I got his eyes out.
But I'd like maybe to go the other way. Like, have a conversation. Like, by the end of it, they're all right with each other.
Yeah,
they got their point across.
That'd be cool.
Surely you can have a disagreement and like not have to punch him in the face.
Well, that's being grown up in life, isn't it? Like politics and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if someone says to me like, I'm right wing or whatever, I'm like, I don't agree with you, but whatever. We can talk about it. This is what I think. You think that. Cool. I try and tell them my point of view.
Or just try and meet in the middle. Just kind of like, agree to disagree. What's wrong with that?
I just remember having a conversation. Could work with a neo-Nazi.
Right. Right.
Full-blown neo-Nazi. Said all this shit, and I don't agree with any of that shit. Of course, I'm centre left, and I got some of my points across, and he could kind of see them. Do you know what I mean? You kind of got through. Obviously, I didn't get any of his fucking points. You know what I mean? Like gas Jesus and whatever. I didn't get that, but it's amazing how talking to someone you can sometimes find a middle ground, and
but also someone
have some influence.
But someone with those extreme views, it's almost like going back in time.
Do you know what? Right, he was a very charming man. He was very pleasant, and you wouldn't have even fucking thought it, man.
You wouldn't have thought those words would come out of his mouth.
No, not until we were just drunk or just having a drink. For whatever reason, started talking about politics, and this. I can't repeat what he said. It's unspeakable. But something came out, and I was like, "Oh shit, where do you go?" First real conversation I ever really had with someone like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And we just talked about it for a long time. And I said, "Well, I don't think that because of this, and you should consider." And he's like, "Oh, maybe didn't think of it that way."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's good.
We tried
more conversations.
You tried convincing me about shit.
You're like,
Holocaust didn't happen. Yeah, whatever, man.
Sometimes when you talk to those extreme people, it's like you kind of almost got to half agree with them just to shut them up. You go, yeah, okay, whatever.
You gotta be careful though, man, because like dealing with anybody with the right, man, they can be violent. They do tend to be more violent people. Anyone on the right side of politics, right wing.
It's crazy that someone could get violent over something like that. It's like surely you should be able to like to have a discussion with someone, even your opponent, like in a political situation.
It's a lack of education. Yeah. It's just a lack of knowing history.
Why do you think that the TV debates are also such a debacle every time? Why do they never... No one ever answers any questions properly.
Because they're all politicians. They're all full of shit.
But I almost, every time one of these comes up, I'm starting to think, well, what is the point? No one's going to ask any questions. They're all just going to rip each other to bits. They're all just going to put each other down.
It becomes a beauty contest for bureaucrats who get paid too much, don't do the job properly, and dodge questions and have no interest in the working class of the country. That's the problem.
Yeah. So what is the point of it? The best thing we have is probably question time.
You better tune in out. You better even not watching.
I never watched those debates between them.
I watched a few of them, and it became a popularity contest.
Yeah.
It became. My dick's bigger than yours. Yeah, I can get everybody on my side. I mean, like with like Farquhar and stuff.
Yeah.
I
bet just people are just saying stuff for effect.
That other guy, that bastard, what was he called? Nick Clegg, man. He was in the first TV debate, right? The first time they ever had them on. And obviously Labour and Conservatives were like the big uns, the big players. And Lib Dems, like, who the fuck are they? But he went on that, and he hit a fucking strike, man, on that bloody, on that bloody...
For once.
That talk.
Yeah.
And that's why the coalition came into power.
Right.
Because of that one fucking conversation. And then the Lib Dems, the left party, what did they do? They sided with the fucking centre-right.
Mm.
So it's a load of shit, man, the whole TV debates and whatever.
I just think they're irrelevant now.
No, they used to say about Theresa May, like, oh, you should get her on and stuff. It's like, she's not a good speaker, so she shouldn't have been on, and she shouldn't have to go on it, really. We're not the United States.
She didn't fill me with much confidence in anything.
I don't want to see it become like America. I don't want to see our politics become...
Well, we are with Brexit.
Well, yeah, of course. It's a joke. It's
embarrassing.
I tuned out of politics once that went through.
Yeah. Hopefully it gets resolved soon.
And I used to really have an interest in it. I used to watch the news every night.
I
used to be really up to date with it and whatever. And I don't care. I feel a bit ignorant saying that I don't care, but
when you're looking at what's going on, you're just like, this is just it's just a farce.
Yeah.
It's like, what's actually going to get resolved here?
I don't know. I think we're possibly going to be here in a year's time, and it'll just be exactly the same.
You're like, we're going to leave.
Yeah.
When?
And nobody wants to talk about it.
No.
You know that it's a fucking... You're flogging a dead horse when no one wants to talk about it.
That's what the questions were like. When are we going to leave? And they just go, we're definitely going to leave. They go, yeah, but when? I think we will leave. Yeah. It's come on, when?
It's become a fucking running joke. You know what I mean? It's just like
the UK has become a running joke.
Laughing stock at the fucking world, man.
I'm gonna have to get out of here soon.
That's fine, man. You know what I mean? No problem.
I was gonna ask you, what do you want to do with your life?
Me?
To quote Twisted Sister, what do you want to do with your life?
Man, I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to try and make other people happy. And I just want peace in my life. You know what I mean? I just want a lot of fun. I want to feel content. So I just want to feel like I kind of made a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So say like money was taken into the equation. Say you didn't have to get a job to pay bills. Say that was all. I don't know. You wanted some money. You'd have to pay your bills. Like, that would give you freedom to sort of think about stuff that you probably wouldn't have been able to think about before. Have you any ideas what you would do?
What if I had like unlimited money?
Not unlimited money, but say like you had a house, but you have enough money, so I'll just pay my mortgage off.
I'd probably just help people out.
Yeah?
I'd probably just travel the world helping people out.
That's
You
cool.
know, and I sometimes see stuff on television, all the Africa stuff, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? They have terrible economy and held down by the West and all this and that, and you sometimes feel like, I'd like to make a difference. I'd like to go out there and actually get down on the ground, you know what I mean?
You know what else I always thought you could do? You could have your own podcast.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, just for the stuff that you put on social media, it reminds me of like a lot of bloggers.
You think?
They put like thought into writing articles and stuff. Some of them do turn it into podcasts. Do you know what I mean?
It's interesting you've said that because it's something I've tried to kind of move away from online. I tried to not make it as personal. I don't know because
I prefer that stuff.
Do you think?
Well, I prefer the balance of it.
I don't want to be overbearing on anybody. I don't want to be like someone going, oh, "Why didn't you just shut the fuck up?"
Yeah, but I don't think you came across like that.
I don't know. I sort of worry about
all that
worry
stuff
that
I've came across and I've mentioned here is stuff that you asking valid questions.
Yeah.
That more people should be asking.
Mm-hmm.
Or showing that you're sort of like reflecting on your life or reflecting on the world and like as well as all the other stuff that you do, which everyone else does. You know what I mean? I liked the mixture of it. I thought
we got to get back to basics.
Yeah,
as a race.
And I think podcasting has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, without podcasting, we would never be able to do this. You and I, if we like went to a pub, there would be other people there. There'd be music. We'd have our phones out.
Limited audience.
Limited time, limited audience. But this is like a platform where you knew what you were in for, even the first time, because the podcasts were already a thing, so you knew what to expect, and it allowed you to have conversations that you wouldn't have been having before.
You can see the positive effect podcasts have on people. I mean, I know he's the big guy but Joe Rogan, man.
Yeah, like
how many people has that guy influenced without him even realizing it?
Yeah,
because he talks about positive things. He talks about subjects which are taboo.
And he asks a lot of questions.
Yeah, of course, right.
Which I think rubs off on people. Like some of the guests,
gets people.
Some of the recent guests he's had recently, like some awesome episodes where I've just like 3 hours just gone like that.
I love the scientific ones though, man. I love
some of them I do. Some of them go over my head a bit.
Really,
but it depends who it is. But I try. I try. I'll read the description and I go, I'll give it a go.
I don't like the ones which is to do with like social media and
I don't mind those. I like when we had the people from Twitter on.
That was interesting
because he really asked. He had that guy back on because he got shit the first time. You didn't ask me about this. You didn't ask me about this. So he goes, okay. He actually listened. He goes, I'll have it back.
He like got it back and then he
pushing more about
push the hard questions.
Why certain people got kicked off.
Yeah.
Why certain people didn't. They did this. They got kicked off. They did this, which is very similar. They didn't get kicked off. You know, I thought that was really interesting.
I think there needs to be more emphasis on people. You can find extraordinary things in the simple things that they do.
Yeah, like people's stories and stuff.
Yeah, man. I went up to Edinburgh in March on my own. I stopped up there for a week.
Oh, yeah. That was, I remember that. I thought that was... I
just had a week off.
What am I going to do today?
I had a week off. I thought, fuck it. I booked into this hotel and I wandered every street for a week. I know every street. I already knew it quite well, but I had a map. And I went everywhere. I just saw interesting things. Like one night, it was literally like 3 old women like pulling this trolley with like food and blankets, man, for homeless people. This was like 1 a.m.
Right.
And I came out of some bar or something, you know what I mean? I've just been talking to people in a bar and I saw them doing this and it was like, we have extraordinary people who don't get highlighted.
They just go about unnoticed.
We're too bothered watching fucking Love Island.
Some
dickheads on an island who've contributed fuck all to society, really.
Yeah.
They're not heroes. What kind of role models are they for kids?
It's like you or somebody else could have come out of that bar, probably on their phone, walked past those people, not even realise that was going on.
Yeah.
Whereas you noticed.
It was amazing to see, because you hear of stuff like that happening, but when you see it and you talk to people like that.
But you know about this is going back to you doing a podcast. You do stuff like that and then talking about it, or the people that you meet, have them on as a guest.
Yeah,
having a conversation because you don't need all this. You don't need a studio. You don't need cameras. Yeah. All you would need is like a fairly decent recorder, a mic which you can plug into it. That's all you need. That's it.
I might have to do it then.
Just record straight to the device. There's your
You
MP3.
can be guest one. You guys can be guest number one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And
Yeah.
you're into so many things like retro gaming, wrestling.
Yeah, I love wrestling.
You could have a podcast that did a bit of all of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, could be everything.
Because you know different people to talk about different things.
Try to be diverse, like my boxing as well, like all that stuff, and you know.
Yeah. But as you know, people love hearing stories, don't they? They love hearing stories.
Everyone has an interesting story.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's the thing, you know what I mean? You might look at someone and think whatever, but looks are very deceiving.
Also, you can know someone.
Deceiving.
You can know someone for years, and find out something. I had no idea you did that. You never mentioned. Some people don't talk about stuff.
There was this. I used to work in British Home Stores. You know, I was a customer service. I'd return goods, and there was this little old guy who'd come in. He was like 98 or whatever. He'd always buy shit. He'd always fucking return it. He'd piss everybody off. So he came up one time. He'd buy lamps and stuff, and he bought this big fucking muckle Tiffany lamp or whatever it was. And I said to him, I'll help you to the car with it, you know what I mean? So I went out, took it to his car. I just thought, I'm going to ask this guy, like, what did you do in your life and all this stuff? And he'd been, like, a fucking general in fucking World War II. He'd fought in, like, El Alamein in, like, the North African theatre.
Jesus.
And I mean, serious shit. He just like, yeah, I was on El Alamein and D-Day. And I went to Berlin after the war. He's just talking about it like it's fucking nothing. And like, man, you were in historic moments in our lifetime in the world, which are bookmarks in history now.
And the people of this generation now
like,
couldn't even imagine.
Nothing to it.
If you describe what people went through the World War One and Two, to the younger people now, it sounds like a movie. Well, it was made into a movie, wasn't it?
It wrote loads. Yeah.
Like, people go, that's real. That actually happened. Like, this is not fiction.
Yeah, man. I know. It's like it was a big deal. But I was lucky in that I had my great grandparents. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them. There was about 10. And
telling you, ask questions and tell you stories and stuff.
Oh, they were munitions workers on Tyneside. Yeah. They worked in Vickers. They would make the shells and stuff. It was serious, man. You working there, you know, the old siren goes off, you'd have to fucking turn all the lights out, you know, and fucking...
You couldn't even imagine that.
They're
now.
looking for Vickers.
Like, we could easily go back to that. If there was a war, we'd have to, like, cut the power, you know what I mean? All your social media and shit would go away.
Tape your windows up for the glass and get an old Morrison shelter and whatever. And
I don't think we would be equipped, the younger generation would be equipped to deal with it. If it just came, like, with hardly any notice, I don't think we would cope.
No.
Rationing food.
People aren't as tough. That's the thing. We've
become like technology has just made us all lazy, soft, just I don't know.
Maybe what we need is a digital detox.
Yeah, a digital revolution.
Maybe
as well. Digital detox is good though.
But then
I think more people should do that.
Do you think people would bitch about that though? If you got through that and it's like, oh yeah, we need to do it more.
They couldn't. There's no social media.
My point being is like, I see this a lot because I deal with old people in the bus. They're never happy with the weather. Like, oh, it's too fucking cold.
Oh, it's too hot.
Like, can't wait for the sunshine. Oh my god, I'm sweating my dish off here. Like, fucking can't wait for the winter again. It's like
there's no pleasing them.
Maybe that's our condition as people.
Oh well, as British, we do love a good moan. We complain about everything.
What do you like moaning about?
We're almost like.
Do you moan about shit?
I don't like moaning.
Do you not?
I like to try not. Well, just often it's like first world problems.
Yeah.
It's like. I ain't gonna moan. I mean, you might think it, like I ain't gonna moan about that. Yeah. What have I got to moan about compared to some people?
I only moan at bad wrestling booking. The wrestling bad and the creators bad.
I suppose bad driving.
Oh yeah,
I see a lot of that.
So yeah,
a fuckload of that.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's getting worse.
But I don't let it get to me.
No,
because if you drive a lot, I mean, even if you don't drive a lot,
that is like your own personal zen, man. If you got that, if you just if I let it get to me every time I was cut off or I saw some bad driving, I'd either have grey hair or no hair. Right, of course, man. And you still got a good head of hair, so.
But it gets to the point where it happens so often, you're just like, or like, you know, flipping someone off. Right, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. You do that, man, and you don't know what's going to happen. Someone could come out and jack you,
you've seen some pretty bad road rage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I could be like that when I was younger, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. When I was like 18, I just got my car. You know, I remember I waved a tire iron at someone one time. And I was like, you know, it was heat of the moment. And I as soon as I'd done that, I thought, Oh man, what an
Yeah.
idiot! Because I thought if that guy got out and got a tire iron out, I'd get jacked, man. Because I'm not gonna hit him with this,
I don't think I've had road rage, but I definitely used to drive like a dickhead.
like speeding around
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah.
I can't imagine producer Tech Evan losing his temper at driving.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
Oh yeah. I'm a sucker. I just get in a flap too much. Sometimes I'm really chilled. Other days I can be screaming and effing and jeffing at everyone.
Maybe that's why he's like so zen and calm when he's here, because he's
Really?
like in the car. Hello, how we doing?
Probably. You've got to vent sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
You
You
have
do.
angry
Therapy.
days and you have chill days.
But it's like what you were saying about working out. That's a good way
Yeah.
to get stuff out.
It's
Exercise
great.
is another way for people
Oh
to...
yeah, exercise.
I often wonder when I see someone losing their shit over whether it's driving or someone having a meltdown with their kids in a supermarket or or arguing in the street.
Yeah.
I often wonder, like, there's obviously someone
It's a
wrong
it's a
there.
factor in the life. 8 times out of 10, or like high percentage relationship problems.
Yeah.
Definitely a breakdown in communication with your wife, your husband, or whatever, if your boyfriend, or you go. I think that plays a big part in people's mood. You know what I mean? Like you're saying.
Or like you were saying before all this, no exercise, shit diet, not
Yeah.
sleeping. If
Yeah,
you
man.
start the day groggy, tired, shit diet, you're already on the you're already more likely to react to
Yeah.
things like that.
You know, another thing I think is no one ever addressed it. I don't think people have sex enough.
Don't have sex enough.
Don't have sex enough.
That's true. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
believe that causes a lot of fucking issues with people.
Yeah.
So you got to practice safe sex and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we don't want a million kids we're not going to
Or
look
diseases.
after. Yeah, right. You know, you got to be realistic
Yeah,
about it.
I know what you mean.
There was some study about it that, what did they say? Like, it was something like 40% of couples only have sex like 10 times a year now.
10 times a year.
Yes, yeah, we're becoming a lot like Japan. Everything's becoming fucking tabooed. You know, we've got this whole thing with even like the porn. You need an ID to watch porn now from next month or whatever it's gonna be. But everything has a knock-on effect.
Yeah.
You take away liberties, it knocks on the effect of people. They're not gonna have sex. You know what I mean? People are work too much.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't have time. They're too stressed. They don't have time. They don't feel like it.
Yeah, it's a
like
primary function of a human adult, and it's overlooked and tabooed.
What is it they say? Like, if you've got a big decision or something's happening, like go and have sex or go and whack off, and then think about the decision.
Yeah.
When you've got that,
Of course, right?
Because you can, that tension can like build up.
It can
you
make
need
a
a
lot
release.
of guys very angry.
But it's also exercise as well. Just general exercise is good for, you know.
You look at a lot of people, right?
You look at things differently once you've done things like that versus before. Do you know? Would you agree? Like, especially what you've done.
Yeah.
You could be angry, pissed off. You go to the gym, hit the bag, do some weights. Afterwards,
We look at like why people go on these rampages, and they go killing people, all this stuff. You know, it all comes down to love, man. You know what I mean? A lot of these people.
Someone who's got no history just flips.
Yeah, but they're not loved as people. They're not nurtured. You know, like Mother Teresa said, the greatest poverty in life is loneliness and hate and evil thoughts stem from that. And it's sometimes it is people's fault. Necessarily, a lot of times it isn't. You know what I mean? I think we need to be try and be more thoughtful in society and reach out to people. You know what I mean? Like every time I see one of these school shootings in America or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like fucking awful things, you know, for the families and the kids killed. And then there's the victim as well, and like, you know, the bastards and this and that. Something's drove them to that. There's something which went horribly wrong in their lives.
Which probably could have been dealt with.
Not highlighted, like they may be from an abusive family or they weren't loved, or it could be anything. Do you know what I mean? I think it all boils down to that. If we could do that.
I think that's your calling in life.
What's that?
Help, like you said, helping people in many different ways.
Maybe
through telling your stories.
Or maybe be 70 like C6 Steve.
Yeah.
By the time
you'll have some fucking stories though.
I love C6 Steve.
I think by the time you're that age, you'll have some serious stories.
Hopefully.
Yeah. You just like doing stuff. You like doing stuff.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
get some experiences.
Try and even on a whim, I'll just try and do stuff.
Not many people have time to do that or have the capability, opportunity to do stuff like that. And like you said, any opportunity that comes your way, just go for it.
Pick up the gauntlet.
Yeah.
with it. If someone throws something at you, why not?
I think a lot of people's
go for it.
gut reaction is, oh, no,
No.
because it's like out of my
mean,
routine.
like,
It takes me out of my comfort zone.
You remember a few years ago, I got an opportunity to become an accountant.
Yes, you had to cut your
Cut my
hair.
hair off, right?
That was a good story.
And it was a total
and
fucking.
you did it. You cut your hair.
It was a total fucking nosedive. I shaved the beard off and all this, and it was, in a lot of respects, a horrible experience. But it was an experience, and that I got to talk about it.
Yeah.
I've got stories from it.
I remember talking to you about that at a gig. It was our
It was
gig or
the
your
first
gig.
show after that. It was July.
Because your hair, I was like, oh my
crop
God, I can't
to
believe
like-
that hair's
to like
gone.
here.
Yeah.
To here. But when would I have ever become an accountant or a trainee accountant?
Yeah, looking back now, I
I
couldn't
would
see it.
never have got an opportunity like that. So I sometimes you got to weigh it up as well. You got to think, well, maybe this isn't for me or whatever. But I think if an opportunity comes your way, like before, like my granddad passed, he sprung this on us. A Christmas day was sat at the table, we were eating dinner. I almost choked on a Brussels sprout and died. He was just eating. He was sat opposite me. He looked up. He said, "How do you feel about coming to Australia with us?" I'm like, what? He said, "Yeah, me and you. We'll go over there and we'll tarmac some roads, man." Like, no shit. He said, "I've got some connections out there." Because my granddad was a businessman, you know what I mean? He said, we should come with us. Come with us, Marc. Come to, to Australia, and we can go on some tarmacs and roads, and I'll do all the paperwork, and, I'll be like a beetroot.
Yeah.
Quite fair, you know what I mean? I remember at a Christmas day, I said to him, I said, I want to, and I'd love to, but I have to think about it. I can't just, because obviously Rachel and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd have to bring her with us, and it wasn't,
the right time or whatever. Yeah.
He passed away shortly after that. But what I will say is, I sometimes wonder what would have happened if he had lived, and if it would have happened.
Yeah.
And I think it could have. I do, because my mum was always like, he'll go with you. Like, even if he says like maybe Matt's not gonna go with you, but he'll go. I probably would have went.
Yeah.
I probably would have went, because I would have been like, when am I gonna get this opportunity to do this? I mean, we could have got out there, and it could been shit, could end up bankrupt or whatever, fucking
come back, but
who knows? But you got that life experience, you got that thing to talk
well,
about.
even just the opportunity to like you suddenly seriously considering it, it's like,
yeah,
that's it's pretty big, isn't it?
It would have been
Just
something
dropped on your lap, just like, that doesn't really happen very often, does it? Stuff like that.
No,
but like I was saying, most people's reaction is go, no, I couldn't do that.
Play it safe.
Yeah, not even thinking about it as much as you think about it. Just go,
just
say no,
straight off the bat,
because it takes me out of my routine. It breaks my routine, even though like your routine's pretty shit.
I would say that to anyone, like you do it as well. But just if an opportunity comes your way, have a good think about it.
Yeah, don't dismiss. Don't be too hasty.
No, don't just. You don't know where that's gonna go.
Also, don't be too hasty in accepting things that seem too good to be true.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, because I've been, I've seen both sides of life. I've had good times.
Yeah.
I've had some fucking terrible times.
Yeah,
but it's a gamble, man. Life's a gamble.
But
as Lemmy always said, man, the pleasure is to play. So
yeah, exactly.
So keep going.
That's a good way to end.
Yeah.
It's been fucking awesome, man.
It's been good.
It's been fucking awesome.
Yeah, man, it's been a laugh. I really thank you for having me on.
Thanks
you
for coming,
very
man.
much.
It's fucking awesome.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a really good time.
Where can people find you?
The band Bosen. That's on Instagram. It's on the Facebook.
BOSEN.
Yeah. The O has an umlaut in it, so it's the German spelling. The two.
How'd you do that on a keyboard?
I don't know. I know on Apple, on the iPhone, the iPods and stuff. The iPods, fucking the iTablets, or whatever you call them. You press the button and you hold the O and you can do it.
Okay.
You can hold the
Don't
O.
do it on Android.
But if you write, you can't do it on Android. You can't actually. Huawei, you can't do it.
No.
We'd have to do. Oh, I think I did it once. Last time you were on, I just went to Google and got an O.
Did you just
copied and pasted it into the text and it worked?
Yeah, man. So
I did that.
if you can't get the umlaut, then it's fine.
You still find it.
It should still come up. Pulverizer is the same. Pulverizer with a Z instead of the S.
Pulverizer.
Yeah, man. 80s to the max.
Yeah. What about you? Instagram?
My tag is Matt Adamson HR.
You need to change that.
I do.
You can change it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
I'm guessing Matt Adamson will be gone.
I've got it on Twitter because I had people trying to buy it off me, man. They're like, "Oh, you've got like just Matt Adamson." There's a tattoo artist, man. it was amazing. I'd get all these praises for tattoos. And shit. People like, you tattooed my grandmother on my arm. I just want to say you made such a difference in my life. And like, I'd open it, I'm like, dude, what do I even say? I didn't want to kayfabe it and pretend, so I'd like,
No.
I'd
There's a few instances of that, you know. There's you need to, if it got ridiculous, you'd have to put it on your bio. I am not a tattoo artist.
Stop now.
There's an actor who was in Red Dwarf called Tony Hawks.
Ah, right, yeah.
And he keeps getting people thinking he's Tony Hawk.
The skateboarder.
Yeah, constantly. So he's put it in his bio, and he's put on every cover photo he has to put on. He puts, "I am not a skateboarder."
Really?
He's had it so many times.
I like that.
But Matt Adamson, HR,
and then
they can find you on.
I'm on Facebook
as your name.
I'm on, except most people on Facebook, so there's that. And that's about it for like social media and stuff. I don't really do anything else. I wish I could fucking remember it. I play on the Nintendo Switch, and I've got a tag on that, but you need to put up some Raj number. It's like 20.
Well, if you message me, I'll put it in the show notes.
So if anyone wants to play any Virtua Racing,
but like say someone listened to this and they thought you were awesome and they wanted to get in touch with you, what is the best way?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Just DM me on Instagram.
I suppose you're on all platforms, so they could message you that way, couldn't they?
Yeah, and I will reply.
Cool.
I will reply to anybody. So I'll do that.
Good or bad.
That just do that Henry Rollins thing, man. Like, I will get back to you. Obviously, I don't get the volume he gets.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm totally
That's fine.
waffling on here. I will stop in a minute. But I messaged him about. What was it? It was like when Ariel Sharon died, the leader of Israel. I messaged him some shit about that, and he like fucking did reply to me like 2 months later.
Play to him.
And then he replied about he said about Netanyahu, like the current prime minister who's really military focused and more. He's not right wing, but he's centre right, so he's went into Gaza and killed people. And he will give you a really in depth answer. Brilliant.
He does. He said that on the other podcast he's been on, and he's right. He means it. He will get back to you eventually.
He does. He gets back to you
because he has a lot of time. Because his life is minimal.
Reminds me of you remember that Simpsons episode where Marge paints a picture of Ringo Starr.
Don't think so.
She sends it off to England. He gets it like 30 years later in the cartoon. He's like old. He's like, "Dear Marge, it's on the mantelpiece now. I hung it on me wall." It's like, I love that, man. It's
It's been an absolute pleasure, man, as always.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Cheers. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.